top hits every day, 24/7. Listen to the weekly Top 20 every Saturday and Sunday. It's music 24/7 on IndianaSRN, where you're always in the game.
So we're sitting here with the man, Tom Morales. If you want to build culture and grow your business the right way, take a page out of his playbook. You know, Tom's best strength is his ability to be available as a leader. And so I wanted to show you kind of his day-to-day as he walks the floor here at Morales Group.
But I also want them to understand that I'm never not there for them. For the company is a person we call our janitor. And so when we held them in that level of high esteem and stuff, I think they realize that they're as important as anybody else in this company.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
Your hauling or moving project has arrived, and College Hunks Hauling, Junk, and Moving has you covered. Honest. Uniformed. Nice. Knowledgeable. Service. College Hunks Hauling, Junk, and Moving.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
Burtner Electric Incorporated has been proudly serving our residential and commercial customers with quality electrical repair for over 33 years. We are fully licensed and insured in electrical wiring and electrician service packages. You'll receive a competitive assessment, whether you're a homeowner or a business owner, first-time or long-time customer. We offer free estimates for any new project. Call our licensed and experienced electricians today.
faster. How about something new? You played this last year.
Come on, get your head out of your sacks.
Shh, we're trying to hear.
Well, I'm sick and tired of hearing your kid play the wrong notes. Where's my kid's solo?
At least you can see your kid. Why is my kid stuck way in the back?
The conductor only plays his favorites.
My kid heard that solo!
You saying I did?
Yeah,
Come on! What's wrong with you?
Being a man used to be simpler. You guard the cave, provide sustenance, honor thy name. A handshake sealed the deal, and a word was a promise. Today, things are a bit more complicated. We try to impress people we don't know by acquiring things we don't need. We have friends lists, but few real friendships. Things like integrity and kindness have fallen by the wayside. How can we know if we measure up when the scale is constantly changing? The Freemasons believe that a man's job is to be the best version of himself possible, to pursue truth and self-discovery, to give more and take less. We connect with our fellow man so that we may learn from each other, to challenge one another to live up to our highest ideals. We believe a man should be judged by his strength of character, his willingness to make sacrifices to improve both himself and the lives of those around him. For hundreds of years, the Freemasons have helped men find more meaning, to make connections with other men in a way that truly matters. For those seeking a deeper sense of purpose, a chance to make lasting friendships. To reach higher, to find more.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
The wait is finally over for a much anticipated 2021 football season in the state of Indiana. The coach is pumped up here in the press box, and IndianaSRN is proud to be here in Whitestown, Indiana, home of the Traders Point Christian Knights here at Traders Point Christian Academy. The Knights set to open up their season at home, hosting the 6th-ranked team in Class 2A, the Eagles of Heritage Christian. We just mentioned him. He's the coach, Keith Myers. I'm Jarrett Lewis. Thanks so much for tuning in. And we say a much-anticipated season, not to say that this season is more special than any previous season, but we kind of have a sense of normalcy back here at the football field here, Coach. It's so exciting and so awesome to see a full stadium, full stands on both sides, and a wide roster. Guys are coming back, both for Heritage Christian. They have over 50 guys, and Traders Point has the most guys on their roster than they've had in previous years.
Yeah, you talk to Sam Carnes, and the first thing he says is, by the way, Coach, we no longer have 14. We got about 35, and they are very much ready for this game. And I just want to thank the administration of Traders Point, the athletic director, and the fine folks. It has been a great week. Coach is here, and he's ready. He's got his hat on. Coach Vern is here, so he's ready to go, and we're ready to rock and roll tonight.
There's a great sense of energy. You can feel it here at Traders Point Christian Academy. Let's start with the visiting team first, the Eagles of Heritage Christian, back-to-back sectional champions in Sectional 38. And in both of those seasons, they end up falling in the regional to a very good Western Boone team who goes on to win the state championship. But they're back for more. Coach Kyle Ray is very excited about this group, returning a lot of guys, including their starting running back in Colton Brown, who had over 1,700 rushing yards last season.
You know, you talk about Colton Brown. You know, you look at the offensive line that has to block for him. If he gets a little sliver, he's gone 15, 20, 25 yards. Hard man to bring down. But the offensive line could be the key tonight. Can Traders Point defense stop the slant play? We'll see. But Colton Brown definitely, and I like their quarterback. Good, solid kid in the pocket, throws well. It's going to be a lot of fun to watch him play quarterback.
Brown averaged 7.3 yards a carry last season with 23 touchdowns on the ground. We did learn something from Coach Ray, is that Brown is a game-time decision for this contest tonight. We saw him out on the field during warm-ups, trying to test his body, it looked like. We saw him talking on the sideline with the team doctor. So it'll really be a game-time decision if we are going to see him play. Freshman Jalen Bonds is the next man up, according to Coach Kyle Ray.
And I will tell you, I've seen him. I get to go around all these because both of these are our schools, so I get to spend a lot of time with the coaching staff in the summer. This kid is pretty good. He's explosive. He's a freshman. Sometimes he plays like a freshman, and sometimes you just miss it once in a while. So it should be very, very interesting.
Two guys that are going to be big on that offensive line, just like you mentioned, blocking for those running backs are seniors Ethan Orsted and Nick Stewart. On the other side, for Traders Point, a 500 season. They finished 4-4. They won their first round sectional game over Tri-County by a score of 13-12, but then their season got ended. We have to think COVID issues. One team had to forfeit that contest, so their season got cut short after that sectional win. Coach Sam Carnes is in his second year coaching the Traders Point Knights, and we talked about it just a few minutes ago, just how awesome it is to see their roster build up. Now they have 35 guys. This looks like a team that has really come together, and they appreciate their second-year coach.
The neat thing about Sam, I've known Sam since he's been coach at North Putnam. The neat thing about Sam is he goes out and gets the kid in the classroom. If they're in the hallway, those kids are most likely going to play football the next year. Excellent coach, excellent. Both these coaches, staff, fun to watch. You possibly could see a lot of offense tonight.
The leading rusher, Eli Underwood, he has returned for the Knights, so both squads returning their lead rushers from last year. Underwood had 6 touchdowns, and he averaged 6 yards a carry. You can see both teams lining up on their respective sidelines, getting ready to see the national anthem. And we're going to just keep it here for a couple of seconds, but it's so awesome. We got the sun beaming in our face. That'll go down as the night goes on, but it's a beautiful sight. Week 1 in the state of Indiana for football.
Thunderstorms about 2 hours ago, sunny, rainbow, beautiful out here tonight.
You never know what you're going to get in the state of Indiana. The Knights in their home navy blue with gray, and we have Heritage Christian in their road all-white uniforms. And now now we're going to take a quick break. We'll be back here at Traders Point Christian Academy.
What's the number one misconception you think about Freemasonry?
Well, I think most people just think of Freemasonry as some kind of secret society, and you go with some of the rumors out there and so on, and they really don't understand who we are. They don't understand that we are a fraternity of brothers first, and our obligation is to take care of each other and our widows and orphans, etc. within our group. They don't understand what the fraternity part of Freemasonry really is, and that's the misconception that's out there. I think first and foremost of anyone that wants to join Freemasonry, I'd like them to know that it's really not a secret society. You may say it's a society with a secret because we have some handshakes and some passwords that you could easily find down in a library if you get the right book. Freemasonry is more, it's a brotherhood, it's a fraternity, it's a way of sharing common thoughts and everything with people of all different vocations that really understand of getting together on the level. Whether you're a judge or a police officer or a janitor, you're all on the same level when you're in a Masonic lodge room. And I think that's one of the greatest things, that you can sit with people of all vocations, but you have that certain thing in common, that you're all brothers.
Welcome back to Traders Point Christian Academy. Week 1 set to get underway. The team captains for both squads set to head out to midfield for the coin toss, and we are just inching closer. Coach, you look excited. You look ready.
I've been ready since July 4th. Tonight's officials from the Crossroad Association in tune with Sander Walters and the Indiana High School Athletic Association. The referee, the white hat, Michael Jordan. Not the Michael Jordan we're used to, but Michael Jordan is the referee. Chris Decker is the head linesman. Brenda Grabel is our linesman. Dave Dillard is our umpire, and Brett Van Dyne is the backdrop. Brenda told us when we did our pregame with her, she goes, just tell the camera guy to show everybody else and not her. Let me tell you, she's a top-notch official. She wouldn't be out here. This crew has worked not only a sectional, but they've also they've done a regional and a semi-state. This is a very good crew. I'm excited about seeing these guys work.
Yeah, we can expect a well-officiated contest here in Week 1. We'll probably see a few jitters, a few missed things here and there, but nonetheless, a very solid 5 in the black and white stripes. The team captains head out to the center of the field. One thing to mention before we get this game underway, both teams are going with first-year starters at quarterback. For Traders Point, Cooper Simmons-Little, he got reps in at wide receiver last year. And on the other side for Heritage Christian is Kyle Antone, first-year starter. He's a junior. Coach Gray is really excited about Antone and his ability, and Sam Carnes has confidence in Cooper Simmons-Little.
They even say Cooper Little doesn't play like a sophomore. He's a little bit more aggressive with Antoine as a junior, stocky guy, and they both can take hits. Hope they don't have to take too many hits tonight, but that's pretty good. Heritage Christian has one to toss and has elected to receive, and Traders Point will be kicking off.
Carl Antone is stepping in to fill the shoes of Max Milton, who graduated last year. Both these quarterbacks had big shoes to fill. Milton last year just shy of 2,000 yards passing with 28 touchdowns and just 11 picks. For Gabe Sink, just shy of 1,000 yards passing, 8 touchdowns and 11 interceptions. Both of these teams are really good offensively as far as balance goes. They're going to be around 50-50, 55-45 with the pass and the run. So we will see a good mix of all certain types of plays from these offensive coordinators.
And you really hope that we build this up. You really hope both teams are coming to play. You could tell when we went down on the field, they just wanted to hit somebody. They've hit their teammate for a long time. The scrimmage, they didn't get to hit the quarterback. Tonight they get to hit the quarterback. It's a lot of fun. You can tell it's gearing up. Don't forget, tomorrow we got football for you as we travel to Frontier, as Frontier takes on Whiting. That's on radio, and we're looking forward to that big game. I mean, we got 4 big games this weekend. IndianaSRN, the leader, Central Indiana. You can tell I'm beaming, right? I am. I'm beaming. I'm so proud of our crew. New crew staff this year. some good top-notch guy. The guy that's doing the 1 and 2s for us, though, the old pro, Casey Pierce is with us tonight. Micah is on our camera, and Nick Lewis is with us tonight as well. So our crew is ready. John Holder will be with us at halftime. He'll have all kinds of stats for you at halftime scoreboard. And the clock says 12. We're ready to play. I'm ready to play. Are you ready to play?
I'm ready to go.
Let's get it going.
Let's do it. Heritage Christian in the all-white uniforms. That's something that Coach Ray also mentioned. He loves the new all-whites, and I'm sure the players do too. In the all-navy will be the Traders Point Knights, who will be kicking from left to right. It is a beautiful night, beautiful kickoff to this 2021 season in Whitestown, Indiana.
If you're looking to this stadium, this is probably one of the nicest stadiums in 1A football in the state of Indiana. It is a natural turf. It is a turf field. Their athletic director actually spray painted the lines this day, and she did a great job, didn't she? Great line, the logo, everything. And we got another rookie in the clubhouse tonight. The two public address announcers are rookies. They played football here, and one guy has the longest hair I've ever had in my life, but he's a great teacher. He's there, and the guy that's going to play the music, all new, going to have a fun time here at Traders Point.
You just know everybody around here.
And it's just fun to, you're here for a month. It's kind of neat to meet everybody. Paul Williams does a great job, head of school. Cool dude. Here we go.
Time to kick things off here in the state of Indiana. Kicking off for Traders Point is going to be Reagan Smith of the Knights. Ball teed up at the 40. And here we go. Line drive kick. Muffed at the 5, but picked up by Heritage Christian, going from right to left down the far sideline. Tripped up, and ball's on the floor, although the Eagles will keep possession of it. That was Christian Dora on the return for Heritage Christian.
And there's that first hit. Popped the ball out. You heard everybody said ball, ball, ball. Good job by Heritage Christian picking that up. Tell you what, that's the key right there.
So starting their first possession at the 26-yard line will be the Eagles. Kyle Antone, junior quarterback, 6 foot, 195. And he does not have Colton Brown in the backfield with him.
So there's your answer for there, folks. That's a surprise here.
Isaac Jones is in the backfield to start things off for the Eagles. They send a man in motion, and the give is to Jones, and he's hit immediately at the line of scrimmage. Might be a loss of a yard. Nice tackle on the play from Traders Point's number 50, Christian Heiser.
You know, they shot the gaps and made a nice tackle. And again, the key here is shooting gaps and making sure stopping the run game. They were preparing for Colton Brown. Now they have to prepare for somebody else. That's a niche and see what happens here.
That won't change the look for Heritage Christian. They keep with the spread offense and the one back. Bonds is in the backfield this time. They'll pass it out in the flat. Pass is caught, reeled in by number 9 of Heritage Christian. That would be A.J. Neal.
Neal did a nice job in the flat, and that's what Heritage does. Little bit here. Nice job by Colton Pollard on the stop.
That'll set up a 3rd and 7 now for the Eagles. They keep it 4 wide. And on the left side of Antone is Isaac Jones. Now he'll move over to the right side. Neal is the man in motion from left to right. Rolling out to his right is Antone. And wide open there is Neal. Plenty of yardage after the first down. Nice connection there between Antone and A.J. Neal, who reels in his second catch of the game.
The nice thing about Antone, you took that 3-step drop, went around, looked for the guy in the flat, big target, got it right in the hands, good play, first down. First down of the season. How about that?
And that's got to feel good for the Heritage Christian sideline. Ball's at the 43. Give us to Jones on the read. He shakes the first guy, but the second guy brings him down. It'll be a gain of 4 yards for Isaac Jones.
So second down and about 6 here.
Eagles in no hurry yet offensively.
Well, why would you take that play clock all the way down? Shorten this game a little bit, right?
Snap is to Antone. Snap is bobbled. A busted play. Antone trying to get back to the line of scrimmage, which he will. So nice job there of avoiding the 5-yard loss. But still a busted play, and now you face another 3rd and long.
Yeah, and the cool thing about that, you didn't panic. You caught it on the helmet, and you didn't panic. Nice job. Get the cover. Now 3rd down. This big 3rd down here for Traders Point. Though we have seen Kyle Ray go for this on this side of the field.
This offense averaged 35.5 points per game last year while only giving up 18, and now we get our first whistle of the ball game.
We got an official timeout.
Maybe an equipment issue, but it was quickly resolved, and now we're back to play. 2 receivers split both sides. Antone, 1-step drop, and not on the same page with his receiver down the far side. That was Zach Schlomer.
Schlomer was not in the same sync. Let's see if they'll go here. What do you do down here? Early in the season, go for it?
I think you go for it.
I guess so. You're rolling more dice than I would. Punt it. Good. Put it down deep. Let's see what defense can do.
Shows the confidence that Coach Ray has in his 11-man offense. Antone will direct some traffic, and now they're 5 wide. 3-step drop for Antone. Looking left. Throws left, and it's caught. Austin Yates on the reception, and it's good enough for a first down. Pickup of 10 between Antone and Yates.
They needed 8. He went right to the 10-yard mark, turned around. Again, big receivers for the quarterback, and great play.
Antone early on, 3 for 4 on this drive.
4-minute drive right here.
A.J. Neal. It's kind of a wing back towards the right side. They'll go to that right side on the give to Jones. Trying to break it outside, cuts it back in. Decent run by Jones. Pick up a 5 for Isaac, just a sophomore at running back.
So it's 2nd and 5. They've thrown a couple times. They've run a couple times. Let's see what he's got in the trick in the back here.
This is the balance we kind of talked about in the pregame. And Heritage Christian does it just as good as almost anybody in Class 2A. Screen pass set up, and looking to run before he caught it possibly was Zach Schlomer.
You know, the interesting thing is he did the curl, had it, and you're right. You know, you got to catch the ball first and then run. And he ran and didn't catch the ball. So now another big-time 3rd down play, but you know they're going to go for it for 4th down because you already did it at 4th down with the ball on your 45.
This time Neal will set up on the left side. Antone, the give to Jones. Makes a few cuts close to that line to gain. It's going to be right at the sticks. Looks like they're going to be just a yard short. So give 4 yards to Jones, and, of course, you know Heritage Christian is going to go for it.
At 4th and 1, I think quarterback might be keeping this ball. Just a guess.
This time they'll have a split backfield with Neal on the right side of Antone. Here's the 4th and 1. It's a give to Jones to the right side, and he has the first down and more. Takes 2 guys to bring him down. Nice run by Jones, who picks up 8, his longest run of the game so far.
Nice little move. You see the offensive line all pulled left. He went right. Nice job. Nice play. First down and 10. And the clock continues to run. This is a long, sustained drive here.
This will take up at least half of this first quarter. 2 wide receivers both sides. Antone looks like they're running that same play, but this time they're going to throw it deep into the end zone. Juggled, and
incomplete.
It's going to fall incomplete. Woo! Nice defensive play there from the corner of Traders Point. That would be Sam Johnson.
Johnson went up, tipped that ball, almost came down with it. What a great play. What a great play, though, to ball fake and go to the pay dirt.
And the play design, too. It looked like that same play
where
Schlomer ran that curl, but instead they fake it to him and try to put 6 on the board. Johnson almost comes away with the interception. Meanwhile, 2nd and 10, and now it'll be 3rd and 11. Tackled in the backfield is Jones, and making the play for Traders Point is Philip Moran. Moran, a playmaker from last year. He'll play both sides, run routes as a wide receiver, and play that corner spot. Now another 3rd and long for Heritage Christian. Got a whistle on the field, and it looks like Sam Carnes wants to talk things over.
Timeout, Traders Point. We'll take a break. We'll be back right after that.
This is the Frells family's land. When the sun comes out, the kids run and play right there. This used to be a shed. Now, it's where they get breakfast. This is more than just land. It's home. The Frells family runs with us on a John Deere 1 Series tractor because land isn't the only thing that should live on for generations. Nothing runs like a Deere. Search John Deere 1 Series for more.
Visit Reynolds Farm Equipment, your hometown John Deere dealer today at reynoldsfarmequipment.com.
Back at Traders Point Christian Academy, the Knights with that timeout facing a 3rd and long from Heritage Christian. We can expect them to put the ball through the air, so Coach Carnes making sure his defense is in the right alignment to counter whatever play they see from the Eagles.
And I kind of like this timeout. You played 6 minutes. They've gone on a nice little drive. This is like a little water break for them. Now they get back into it. Let's see what they could do defensively. 3rd down and 11.
They won't put it through the air. Instead, it's a give to Jones coming left side, now cutting it back towards the middle of the field. First flag. In fact, 2 of them hit the grass, and got to think this one's coming back.
Well, I got a feeling number 76 from Heritage Christian is going to be called for the hold. Nick Stewart not only dragged a man down, he dragged him and then sat on him. So I think that is a holding penalty, a 10-yard penalty. So we're going back at 10 yards.
The Eagles will start to make their way back towards midfield, and they'll face a 3rd and much longer. So now we can expect them to probably put the ball through the air.
You know, sometimes as an offensive lineman, I never played offense, so I have no idea. I didn't play this game. But offensive lineman tends to, if you get beat, you tend to grab, and then you pull, and then the referee throws a flag on you.
So we'll call it 3rd and 23. 3 receivers to the right of Antone, who stands at the 45. Ball is placed at the 39. Rolling out to his right. Now bringing it back middle. Antone's going to tuck it and run. Taking it towards the far sideline. He'll get to the original line of scrimmage. Now we have another whistle.
Do you have a flag there on the far? No, do not.
The whistles made it seem like there may have been a penalty we didn't see, but they will stop the clock anyways. So now we'll have the referees brief about something. With the clock stopped at 5:54, and Heritage Christian facing a potential 4th and 11.
Stoppage of play. The group of officials are gathering, making notes here. I don't know what that was. So we're getting ready. Michael Jordan, our referee, white hat.
So whatever it was, it looks like
it was an administration situation. Are we going to get a signal from the referee here? Personal foul. Oh, they're making contact with a defensive player. And that's against Traders Point. And that's an emphasis that if there is a player that's not into play and you hit them, it's a flag. It's a 15-yard penalty, and there it is. And that's the first unsportsmanlike conduct. So he gets charged with that. If he gets 2, he's then he gets rejected from the game.
Yeah, we had no idea what was going on. We did not see a flag on the field, but that's going to give an automatic first down as well to Heritage Christian.
Wow.
So instead of 4th and 10, they now have 1st and 10, and they're inside the red zone.
Yeah, you're right at, the 14-yard line. So we see the first new rule goes in effect here, Jared.
At the 13 with Antone in the gun and a back on each side. The snap, the give to Jones with Neal as the lead back towards the sideline, and he's pushed out of bounds for a short gain. Carry number 7 on this drive for Jones. It's a short pickup of 2.
And the clock is at 5:30. This has been a very, very long drive. And we got another whistle.
We get more whistles, and it's a player on the field for Traders Point. It's like number 55, and that would be Eli Heiser.
And they have taken a water break. We'll take a break with them. You're listening and watching Indiana SRN.
Hey, conductor, how about something new? You played this last year.
Come on, get your head out of your sacks. Shh, we're trying to hear. Well, I'm sick and tired of hearing your kid play the wrong notes. Where's my kid solo?
At least you can see your kid. Why is my kid stuck way in the back?
The conductor only plays his favorite.
My kid heard that solo!
You say my kid?
Yeah,
Come on! What's wrong with you?
.536 on the clock here in this first quarter. A long drive from the Eagles. Right now they have the ball at the 13. Check that. Ball at the 10. It's a 2nd and 7 coming up. But how about this drive?
Nice little drive. Want to say hello to Paul Leaf, our good friend at Paul Leaf. He's up in Lafayette watching the game. Paul, glad that you got a new job. Thank you very much for all you've done for us at Indiana SRN. We wish you and your family very, very much success. And eat some popcorn, and would you bring me a Coke, because I'm a little thirsty right now. Paul Leaf.
It's hot.
Good guy.
There's no question about that. The sun will be down shortly, we hope. Referee's getting things in order. Antone will have 3 receivers split out left. The lone receiver on the right side is Zach Schlomer, who's had 2 targets so far, but unable to come up with a completion here so far. Moran is on top of him. Neal in motion. Schlomer ran the slant. Antone was looking at him. Here's a cut across the middle of the field, and Kyle Antone will reach the end zone. The first score of the season, although there is a flag in the backfield.
Oh, got a holding. Got a holding call on Heritage Christian. So this is going to back them up 10 yards.
Wipe off that score.
The drive continues at 5:28. Oh, man.
Holding on the Eagles will push them back.
You know, and you did everything right. I mean, receiver did what he was supposed to do. Quarterback saw the opening. Just got caught by holding it. So now you go down, what are you, 1st and, what are they, 1st down and 13?
Looks like they're calling it 20.
Yeah, 1st down and 20.
Ball's on the 23. Scoreboard has it as 2nd down, but it is, the marker has it at 1st down. That might be what the referees are about to discuss. So, yes, it is 2nd down.
2nd down and 20. Okay, that's right. Correct.
See, there's those week 1
jitters, right?
Fixes and jitters that you get out of the way. They'll run that same play with Schlomer. This time it's a catch. This time it's going to work. And this time the Eagles can put 6 on the board. First score of the year to Zach Schlomer. 20-yard connection between him and Antone.
There's the grandma shot we love to see. Nice job, Micah. Camera guy got right on it. Here's the play again. Roll out. This is almost like a return in basketball, a pick and roll or a give and go type of thing. Nice play. A almost 7-minute drive. 6:40 drive. Pretty impressive.
Mateo Jesh in to do the kicking duties for Heritage Christian. Senior kicker. Snap, ball's down, a line drive kick. It goes through, but there is a flag here on the near side.
I think he got a false start on the end. He was moving a little bit.
We had a fairly clean opening to this drive. We got about 7 or 8 plays in, but now all of a sudden we've seen about 4 penalties, I believe.
And maybe it's the heat. You know, it's 82 degrees. You've been practicing in this heat, but you haven't been on these pads in the heat for this long. You know, the game mentally is just really drawing for you, especially the first game. You got to play almost perfect in a condition like tonight.
We'll look to get the call from Mr. Michael Jordan. He's still having discussions with the other referees. It looks like it's going to come back. There's no doubt about that.
So we see the interesting thing, they do want to get it right, but I would think they would want to maybe expedite this a little bit faster, as now they call, is that the 5th, call the captain over.
So maybe it's not going to go back. Actually, they're going to wave it off.
They're going to wave it off.
So the PAT goes through for Mateo. So, yep, PAT is good. It's 7-0 with 5:20 left to go in this first quarter. We'll see a kickoff from Heritage Christian, and we'll see the first team offense for Traders Point. We'll be back in just a second from Traders Point Christian Academy on IndianaSRN.
From warehousing to transportation and everything in between, Piper Logistics does it all. Centrally located, Piper Logistics has 2 warehouses in Indianapolis and a warehouse in Cincinnati, Ohio. Piper Logistics houses over 1 million square feet. Along with our transportation department, we can provide service to half the United States markets.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
A 6-minute 40-second drive to start off this ball game from the Eagles of Heritage Christian. It ends in a 20-yard touchdown reception to Zach Schlomer from Kyle Antone, and now we'll get to see the other side with Traders Point and their first-year starting quarterback in Cooper Simmons Little.
If we get a 5-minute and 20-minute 5:20 drive, quarter will be over, and both teams would get the ball, right? Pretty interesting. Hello to everybody that's watching us on IndianaSRN. We got people in Lafayette, in Annapolis, Terre Haute, Muncie. How about that? People in Muncie watching us.
I'm familiar with Muncie.
I don't know why people are listening to us in Muncie, but there's some people in Muncie listening to us and watching us tonight. You too can tweet us at IndianaSRN. We love to give you a shout out.
Mateo Jesh, who put the PAT through, also kick it off. A squibbling kick that will go through the end zone past Philip Moran for the touchback. So like we mentioned, first-year starter Cooper Simmons Little taking over for the graduating Gabe Sink. Simmons Little had reps at wide receiver last year and now will be the man to lead out his offense. He'll have Eli Underwood in the backfield with him, the team's returning leading rusher. 6 scoring touchdowns for him last year. The senior, 5'8", 175 running back is Underwood. And the Knights, who also run the spread look, they'll have 3 or 4 wide receivers out wide. Starting off at the 20. Simmons Little in the pistol with Underwood behind him. They give us to Underwood up the middle, and he's got room. He shakes the first guy in a shoestring tackle, got chopped up at the legs.
How about Underwood taking off and getting 8 yards first play of the game? That's got to be a confidence builder.
How about that hole opened up by that offensive line?
Well, look how big that offensive line, though, is. There are some big guys in that offensive line. You look at 190, 280, 240. Those big kids.
3 receivers out right. Underwood will be on the left side of Simmons Little. Motion and a jet sweep. Not gaining much. In fact, might have lost a yard is Xavier Gibson.
Student body left. Everybody goes, and I think he loses about a yard. So now 3rd and 3. No huddle here. I love this.
3rd down and short, and the Eagles staying patient. They know the hard count was coming there from Simmons Little, who now moves Underwood to his right. Blitz is coming from the Eagles. It's picked up by Traders Point, bouncing it out towards the far sideline, and picking up that first down is Eli Underwood. Another impressive run for him. Give him 12 yards on the carry.
The cool thing is Heritage Christian stayed home on their hard count. Bad thing is the sweep just got him, and he got about 7 on that play. 1st down and 10. Nice little drive here from Traders Point. Clock stopped at 4:32. Early score by Heritage Christian. Long drive. That's the name of the game now, is possession.
Both teams able to pick up first downs on their first set of plays. And now another give to Underwood. It works again. A huge hole, and Underwood is going to pick up another first down. 11 yards on the carry, and a good 3 plays to Underwood. He's got 31 yards already.
And I'm telling you what, this is a great momentum for Cooper Little, because it's Simmons Little. Because what that does, when your offensive line is making holes for yourself and your running back is doing well, you're feeling pretty confident, so you're ready to swing that ball. Let's see what they do this play.
They have yet to put the ball through the air, but the run game is working so well. It's another give to Underwood. This time they'll try to work it outside on the sweep, and Heritage Christian was all over that one.
Nice job by the defense. A.J. Neal did a nice job, linebacker. 6'2", look at this, 6'2", 200 pounds, meets you right and stops you dead in your tracks.
A couple basketball players on both sides, and Neal, he's one of them. Plays that power forward position for the Eagles basketball team. So the runs up the middle were working well, but going outside, Heritage Christian read it well.
We got our first update score tonight. Hamilton Southeastern leads Lawrence Central 14-0 with 5 minutes to play in the first half.
Swing pass out to Gibson. Pickup of 7, the first pass for Cooper Simmons Little, and it's a quick one, getting the ball out of his hands quickly to one of your playmakers. Third and 7 now for Traders Point. They're at midfield. 3 receivers here on the near side. Gibson in motion. Simmons looking to the left. Lob pass down the sideline, just out of the outstretched arms. Intended for Justin Kirk. Now it'll bring up a 4th down for Traders Point. Initially, it looks like they're going to go for it as well.
Got a score for you. The Roncalli Rebels, the defending state champions, lead Southport 14-0 at the end of 1. Scores coming your way at halftime with John Holder and yours truly.
So both teams playing the aggressive card early on in this one. We see some movement, and we're going to get a flag. Traders Point might have tried to get 5 free yards. But instead, it's going to push them back.
So you got a false start. That backs you up 5 yards, and here comes a punt. So you try to get offsides, jumped offsides, and it just did not do well for you. So now you go fourth down, and about 12, and we'll see what happens here.
Back to punt for Traders Point is Grant Quillhot. They run a man on late, but they have plenty of time on the play clock, 10 seconds to work with.
Let's see what kind of leg we have here.
Quillhot stands at the 33. Gets this kick away. It'll take a bounce, and it'll roll. Nobody will touch it, and it'll be down at the 15-yard line. So a good punt from Quillhot. Heritage Christian will set up their next drive at that 15-yard line.
IndianaSRN has sports for you all weekend long. Tomorrow, Frontier taking on Whiting. That's a radio game of the week right here on IndianaSRN. Kickoff is at 2 o'clock. 1:30 is their pregame show. Good friend of ours, Justin Griffiths and Craig Collins on the broadcast. I think me and Mrs. Myers are going to go up and check out the old Frontier area and eat at Chalmers and have some ice cream.
That's
looking forward to it.
You got it right that time.
I did. I worked on it all day.
Still in this first quarter, 2:42 left to go. The give is to Bonds, his first touch of the game, and he makes the most of it. He's stumbling, but still up on the field. Ball's on the floor, and Traders Point says they have it. But no, Heritage Christian is going to come away with it. Looks like Zach Schlomer was on the bottom of that pile. So Bonds with a big pickup there of 14.
The ISHA Foundation, catch up what's going on with the IHSAA Foundation. Subscribe to their newsletter, The Advocate. Email us at ihsaafoundation.org.
Almost a big mistake made early here by Heritage Christian, but they do in fact get it back with the ball at the 30. Pump fake and a completion into a nice window. Catch is made by Keegan Broderick of Heritage Christian, and a gain of 7.
Nice job by Sam Johnson to stop in right after the catch, but still plenty of yardage there. Gain about, 7, 8 yards there, so it's second down and 2.
Antone 5 of 8 for 33 yards passing. Jones in the running game makes up 21 yards as this final minute and a half winds down in this first quarter. Quick hitter and out off the left hand of A.J. Neal. Pass falls incomplete.
Both players keep going at it until they heard the whistle. That's great. Little late delay on the whistle.
Third and 3 coming up for the Eagles. They have controlled the time of possession so far. This time 2 backs in the backfield with Antone, 2 receivers to his right. Snap and the give to Bonds.
Oh!
Takes a big hit. He's right at the line to gain. It looks like he's going to have enough to get it.
This is going to be close.
And the freshman,
they're going to give him the first down.
Yeah, we think.
Yep.
From our vantage point, we got the best view of anybody, and it indeed will be a first down.
Well, you're 1 for 1 in the year. Good for you. How about that?
It's early.
Yeah, that's true. It is.
But I'll keep track. We're 1 for 1.
Stay up to date with all ISHA sports news and our sports page at IndianaSRN.org or Troy at TroyRadio.com. That sports page is a really cool thing. I know you listen to it every day.
Sure do. Troy does a fantastic job with that. Rolling out to his right, Antone puts it on the money to Schlomer, who shakes the first man and almost gets away from 2 more. He's dragged down right at midfield at the 50-yard line, close to a first down. Be a 9-yard connection. And Schlomer's second catch.
And that may be the last play of the first quarter.
Clock's winding down right at 15 seconds. Looks like Antone and company, they'll let that clock wind down.
That's smart play by Coach. You got the ball at the 50-yard line. You got the lead. So that ends the first quarter, 7-0 Heritage Christian. We'll be back. You're watching Indiana SRN, where you're always in the game.
How does a good man become even better? By working out? Or by working his way up the corporate ladder? By changing his diet? Or by changing his style? By traveling the world? Or by staying perfectly still? For 300 years, we've helped good men become the best versions of themselves through a dedicated fraternity and by taking an oath to live a life of integrity, service, and brotherly love. Men who are as committed to each other and their families as they are to our noble cause. In the end, we don't just make men better, we make them Masons. Not just a man, a Mason.
This broadcast is copyrighted by IndianaSRN and the Indiana High School Athletic Association for the private use of our audience. The use of pictures, videos, and audio without the express written permission of the IHSAA is prohibited. 7-0 our score, Heritage Christian on top, the 6th-ranked team in Class 2A. And they controlled the ball for most of that first quarter. We didn't think that first drive would ever end, Coach.
Yeah, they took the ball at 12 minutes and they ran it all the way down, I think, to 5:20. Very long drive. Turner's Point had 2 good series, or a good series, and then stalled a little bit. But, you look at this game, the heat of the day and all those things, it's pretty cool to see what's going on tonight. Traders Point staying right with Heritage Christian 7-0.
Yeah, Traders Point had a really solid first drive, picked up 2 first downs. But with that false start on that 4th down right at midfield, it pushed them back. And they were forced to punt, but they can still, I think, feel confident about how they played that first quarter with one of the top-ranked teams in Class 2A.
Other games going on, Speedway and Covenant Christian. Speedway leads Covenant Christian 14-7 with 10 minutes to play in the second quarter.
We'll flip sides. Now Heritage Christian will move from left to right. Jalen Bonds won't be denied. He won't go down, and it's a foot race. He's at the 10. He's going to get dragged down by Moran, but he will reach the end zone, and it'll be a Heritage Christian touchdown.
Wow. Stood up and just kept his legs going. Nice job.
And that's a freshman. Coach Race told us that Bonds, he would be the next man up if Colton Brown wasn't ready to go. And he bounced off of 2 would-be tacklers between the 50 and 40-yard line and was not going to be denied reaching that end zone. 13-0 the score, and just like that, into the second quarter, 12 seconds in. Heritage Christian building a lot of momentum. We do have an injured player on the field for Traders Point.
Looks like we got a water break as the player is down on the field. We'll check it here just a second. Trader Point now lead 13-0.
Calvin Falk is the man who, under his own power, was able to get over to the sidelines. So it's good to see that for the Knights. And now we got some stoppage, got some things to work out. So we're going to take a break. We'll be back in a minute. here on IndianaSRN.
You want a career that fuels your passion for sports and physical activity. IUPUI School of Health and Human Sciences offers that and more. You'll have insider access to sports, fitness, and exercise science professionals and learn from faculty with years of industry experience. And with Indy as your classroom, you'll study next to world-class sports facilities, Olympic governing bodies, the NCAA, and the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. There isn't a better city than Indianapolis to get the experience you need to launch your sports industry career. It all starts here.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
And we're back at Traders Point Christian Academy. Mateo Jesh back out onto the field to try and make the score 14-0 after the 50-yard run from freshman running back Jalen Bonds, who in 3 carries has 67 yards, so averaging 22 yards per carry.
So here we go, right? Soccer-style kicker here.
Good snap, good hold. Another line drive kick will go through the uprights, and it's good. So Jesh is now 2 for 2, and he makes the score 14-0 with 11:48 left to go in the second quarter. Let's take a break. We'll be back here at Traders Point Christian Academy on IndianaSRN. The Eagles of Heritage Christian showing why they are one of the top-ranked teams in 2A. 14-0 our score, as we'll see Traders Point on offense for the second time in this ballgame.
I'm sorry, didn't mean to step on you. Right now, Traders Point needs a good drive. Maybe not be able to score, but you need to take some time off the clock because the momentum is all going on the team in the white.
They had a lot of success on the ground with Eli Underwood as their lead tailback. Here's a squibbler that bounces off of Kirk, and it's picked up by Underwood, who takes a hit and falls. He's past the 30 to about the 34. That's where the Knights will set up shop for their second offensive possession. Underwood so far 4 carries for 27 yards. Just one of those carries was for negative yardage. He had carries of 8, 12, and 11. Cooper Simmons-Little put the ball through the air just once on that previous drive, a 7-yard connection to Xavier Gibson. We may see a little bit more of that. May see a little bit more of the opening of the offense from the Knights. Quick stoppage here. Looks like an equipment issue.
I will tell you, the officials were adamant that no pads will be shown tonight, and you will cover them up or they'll stop play to cover them up. New emphasis of the rule.
The snap to Simmons-Little and the give to Underwood, who gets around 3 tacklers who met him face-to-face in the backfield, but he avoided all of them for a 3-yard pickup. Second and 7 with the ball at the 37. Simmons-Little will get the call from 2 coaches on the sideline.
As you see, the shadows are appearing on the football stadium. Good for our producer. He's almost out of the sun.
There's some pretty big trees back there behind the Heritage Christian fans, but just not big enough. Delayed handoff, and losing the football is Underwood, but he's able to get it back. That's now the third time we've seen the ball hit the deck, but each team has been able to get on their fumbles. 2-yard pickup for Underwood, and we have another injured player. Looks to be an offensive lineman for Traders Point. So it looks like here early on, Coach, we have some players. It looks like the heat. It looks like, I mean, just it being week one and you're getting hit by somebody you don't know, it's really taking a toll on some of these guys.
It is going to take a toll. They're going to take a water break. We'll take a break, too. We'll be back after this. You're watching IndianaSRN.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
Eli Heiser being helped off the field.
You know, you talk about in shape and, you know, first night, hot night, getting hit, a lot of water. I'm telling you, coaches want you to drink as much water that you can get. In fact, I think I'm going to send our guys to get us more water.
3rd and 5 now for Traders Point. Simmons Little looking to pass, and he's facing immediate pressure. Forced out to his left, tries to dump it over to Sam Johnson, but it's going to fall well short, and a nice defensive stand there from Heritage Christian. A.J. Neal came rushing through right at the snap, had a clear path to Simmons Little, who looked like he had Johnson and was able
into flat
to get
there.
it to him,
but
just put it right at his feet. And now it's another 4th down, the second punting opportunity for Grant Quillhot of Traders Point. Quillhot's first punt back in the first quarter was a good one. And here's another good one, end over end. Will take a roll all the way down close to the 20-yard line, and that's where it's going to be stopped. Another very impressive punt from Quillhot. He has set up Heritage Christian deep into their own territory.
Let's take a look at the scoreboard, if you don't mind, as we have some scores coming in. Kokomo leads Western 7-0. That's the end of one. Also in high school football, Tipton taking on Frankton. Tipton leads 7-0. Tippecanoe Valley leads 8-0. And I love it when my scoreboard just went away.
That's all right. That's how technology is sometimes.
You got to love it. Here we go. Carmel and Trinity of Louisville. Trinity Louisville leads 7-0, and Babuff leads Chittard 7-6. That's a good old Circle City Conference battle.
First play of the possession, another give to Bonds. Looked like an identical play to his long touchdown run, and it's a decent run here as well. 9-yard pickup for Bonds.
You know, a nice little crowd on hand for both of these squads. I look over the Traders Point side, that's pretty filled. And then the student section is nothing but filled. And over here at Traders Point, nice crowd on hand tonight.
Very nice crowd indeed. Both schools ready to get this football season underway. And Heritage Christian, their community has to be pleased. They're sectional champions in back-to-back years. Read option keep by Antone. And that's the ability he shows to make plays with his legs as well. 9-yard pickup for him and a first down for Heritage Christian.
So it's 9:30 and running. This is an important drive here for Heritage Christian for a stop.
This time Antone will have two guys in the backfield with him. Jones on his left. Rolling out to his right. Comeback route. Nice catch by Schlomer. And able to get both feet down across midfield to the 48-yard line. And it's another first down. Back-to-back plays, picking up first downs. 12 yards from Antoine to Schlomer.
How about getting both feet in bounds? Nice job. Watch the ball in.
Schlomer with his third catch of the ball game. He now has 41 yards receiving. Antoine, 54 yards through the air, and Schlomer has been the beneficiary of most of that. Another sweep out to the left. That play seems to be working, and it's Bonds, and it's another first down for Heritage Christian, another 12-yard run.
How about the offensive line blowing off of Traders Point 2 or 3 yards here?
Bonds is closing in on 100 yards already in this first half. He's at 88, and again, we see another player down for Traders Point. It's going to be Nick Dearman. This action in this heat has been causing a lot of players to hit the turf.
IndianaSRN has games for you on Tuesday night. We got a soccer game for you at Garin Catholic and also volleyball. Heritage Christian taking on Indianapolis-Scecina in volleyball. Thursday, doubleheader Thursday and single game on Wednesday. Lots of games on IndianaSRN. Check out our website at indianasrn.org.
With Dearman on the field, still yet to get up, we'll take a break, and hopefully he can get to the sideline under his own power. You're watching IndianaSRN.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
Sports manager careers are booming when you're managing the business side of sports. You're always a major player in the game. Our graduates work in great conditions and demanding positions at sports organizations like Lucas Oil Stadium, Bankers Life Fieldhouse, and many more. Follow your favorite teams and develop a marketing plan to innovate the sports program. Contact iupui.edu/sports management. IUPI Sports Management. Start your career today. Also in 2002, Piper Logistics was established with an encouragement and financial support of a spiritual customers who want to be helped by Greg and Tim develop their vision. If you need something transported, contact Piper Logistics at 317-395-1023. Piper Logistics.
Good to see Dearman make it to the sideline for Traders Point, and now Heritage Christian will keep their drive going. We've seen this play 3 times now. This time Traders Point was ready for it. Philip Moran on the tackle of Schlomer, who has catch number 4 of this ball game. Schlomer last year reeled in 24 catches for 293 yards, had 5 touchdowns. He's already putting his name out there and having a great beginning to his campaign of this season.
Team leader as well.
Here's a 2nd and 9. The give is to Bonds. Sweep out to the right. Gets knocked down at right at the 30-yard line, so 5-yard pickup for Bonds. Third and 5 coming up for the Eagles. Seen a balanced attack from Kyle Ray's offensive unit. Antoine will have Bonds on his right. 2 receivers split out both sides, and now jet motion to the left. He's looking left. Deep throw at the pylon, and just out of reach, intended for Austin Yates.
Good defensive play there.
Well thrown ball by Antoine, just too far out ahead of Yates, and Yates had his man beat. Another 4th down situation. Looks like Heritage Christian isn't slowing down. They're going to keep the offense out on the field.
You know, it's 4th down in, 4? So he goes for the touchdown on the 3rd down. You know that he's got a 4th down play. Everybody in the stadium knows, I think, where this might be going, right?
Bonds has been impressive on this drive. 26 yards on 3 carries. Looks like Coach Ray and company will take some more time, and they're going to talk over this 4th down play. Timeout on the field, 7:38 left to go. The Eagles lead at 14-0. You're watching Indiana High School football, powered by IndianaSRN. A big-time 4th down play coming up here for Heritage Christian. It would be nice for Traders Point to see a stop. This is the 3rd drive for the Eagles. Their previous 2 have resulted in touchdowns. 4th and 5. Antoine has 2 receivers, split out both sides. Takes the snap. Rolling out to his right. Has time, and now he's going to step up and run. Has plenty of room to work with, and will scurry out of bounds and picking up the 1st down. We do have a flag on the field.
How about the experience, though, of the quarterback? Not being panic, didn't really get baby feet, look and clear the field, and then saw clear daylight. But I think you might have a hold here.
Call is an eligible man downfield.
That's on the quarterback, because the lineman going all the way down, they're going to count 1 1,000, 2 1,000. You got to get rid of the ball.
And now they're waving the penalty off.
Wow.
So no penalty, in fact. So Antoine does, in fact, pick up a huge 1st down on 4th down and 5.
Very interesting.
Traders Point side not happy with the call. 7:29 on the clock. Another extended drive from the Eagles. They've had a lot of success running the ball, and they'll do it again here with Bonds up the middle. Flag flew right at the snap. Bonds is stood up right at the line of gain. It was a 10-yard run.
See what we got here.
Flags have been flying a lot here of late. It's that week 1 jitters we've been talking about. Just matching up against a team you're not familiar with and trying to still figure out what you're doing in practice and trying to implement it into the actual game. Can be an illegal formation called against Heritage Christian. So the run by Bonds obviously won't count, and they'll back up Heritage Christian 5 yards. It'll be 1st and 15.
You got an illegal formation, so that means you had 6 guys in the backfield, That's a 5-yard penalty. So we're going first and 15.
It's taken a while for
illegal formation.
The referee. They're doing a nice job, but it has taken some extended amount of time to get things figured out, get the ball placed, but nonetheless, they've gotten things right. First and 15. Clock runs, it's under 7. Another give to Bonds. And he's met in the backfield, but again, he's just such a slippery back. He's getting away from all the Knights that met him. He had 2 guys meet him right at the line of scrimmage, in fact, in the backfield, but still able to get away with it and get something out of it.
First freshman. Remember that. That's pretty impressive.
Well, it looked like it could have been a 2 or 3 yard loss as a 4-yard gain for Bonds, and he's at 97 yards rushing, just 3 away from that century mark. Snap, fake to Bonds. Antoine again making plays with his legs. He's got a wide open midfield, and he walks into the end zone for the 3rd score of the game for Heritage Christian.
Again, took that 3-step drop, spread that offense, and, man, it was wide open for him. Touchdown. Brings the score to 20.
That's the beautiful thing about having a dual-threat quarterback. You can run that read option, but also with those passes, if there's nothing there, try to extend the play, get outside the pocket, and make something happen with your legs, and Antoine has done just that, extending the lead to 20-0, pending this extra point. Mateo Jesh, he has been perfect so far tonight, 2 for 2. And looking to go 3 for 3 this time. A big kick from Mateo, and it goes through the uprights perfectly to make it 21-0. 6:12 on the clock left in the second quarter. The Eagles in control here so far from Traders Point Christian Academy. We'll take a break. Be right back here on IndianaSRN.
Burtner Electric Incorporated has been proudly serving our residential and commercial customers with quality electrical repair for over 33 years. We are fully licensed and insured in electrical wiring and electrician service packages. You'll receive a competitive assessment, whether you're a homeowner or a business owner, first-time or long-time customer. We offer free estimates for any new project. Call our licensed and experienced electricians today.
Can't make it to the game? We've got your back. Just go to www.IndianaSRN.org and tune in to all of the live action, or go to our on-demand service and relive your favorite moments.
An 18-yard scamper from quarterback Kyle Antone extends the Heritage Christian lead to 21-0. Now the Eagles and Mateo Jesh getting ready to send this one back over to Traders Point, who would really love to see a high-quality offensive possession, try to get points on the board somehow, because right now Heritage Christian has all the momentum. They have all the rhythm offensively. They're looking good so far here in game number 1.
The rhythm has, that first series really got them in the rhythm, and they have really playing well. This is a crucial drive now for Traders Point.
Kick goes over the head of Philip Moran. And Heritage Christian, they've done a nice job of that, keeping the ball out of his hands. Let's check out the ball in the hands of Kyle Antone on this replay from the touchdown.
So first game of the night, and our replay doesn't work. That's okay.
That's all right.
No problem.
It's week 1. See, everybody has to get some bugs out. The players, the coaches, the officials. We're going to get our bugs out as well. Traders Point will set up shop at the 20-yard line. Simmons Little has Underwood on his right. Takes the snap. Look to his left originally, and he's going to get it back right to Philip Moran, who makes his first reception of this ball game. It's a short pickup of just 2. Last year, Moran led the team in catches with 20, had 265 yards receiving and 2 receiving scores.
The Noblesville Lions are playing Crystal House. The Lions lead 8-0. That game is at halftime. Crystal House used to be Manual High School, now full Crystal House this year. We'll get to see a couple of their games this year.
Down the field, Simmons Little had Sam Johnson, a well-thrown ball, couldn't come up with it. But we do see a flag on the play. We could have a pass interference call against Heritage Christian. On the defense for Heritage Christian, looked like it was C.J. Opper at the free safety position. Indeed, it is defensive pass interference. 10-yard penalty. It was 2nd and 8. Ball will be marked out at the 37-yard line. Well thrown ball by Simmons Little. Would love to see Johnson come away with it.
Yeah, Johnson was there. Got held a little bit. That's the flag. So we're under 5:30 play first half. Let's see what Traders Point does here.
Could be a nice jump start to this drive for the Knights. They run the screen.
Oh, love it.
4 blockers out front for Underwood. He will pick up a first down, a 12-yard gain, and a well-designed play from the Knights offense.
How about that screen pass? Excellent. Took his time. 1-1,000, 2, dink, catch, run. Nice job. Good call. They're on the move.
They sure are, and they're at midfield at the 48-yard line. Give us to Underwood up the middle, and here he goes. He's got a hole. Brought down at the 40, tackled by Schlomer, and it's another first down, back-to-back plays for Traders Point.
What is that, 3 in this drive already?
A well-put-together possession here so far for the Knights. Going with the hard count is Simmons Little, and it looks like he's going to get somebody to bite at it. 5 free yards for Simmons Little and company. Still waiting for the official call, but they do mark it off 5 yards forward.
So an encroachment penalty, 5-yard penalty by the officials. Well, officials didn't make the penalty. They called the penalty. There we go. Thank you, our producer in my ear telling me that didn't make the call, that they didn't make the penalty. The defensive line did.
Everything going right for the Knights on this possession so far. Read option with Simmons Little keeping it. And there's a dual quarterback for you as well. Simmons Little, his first rushing attempt, picks up another first down. That's the 4th one picked up on this drive for the Knights.
The offensive coordinator must have saw something, or the coaches upstairs must have saw something, because they are really controlling the line of scrimmage here.
And a no-huddle offense. RPO action from Traders Point. They don't give it to Underwood. Instead, dump it over the middle to Xavier Gibson, who has a nice pickup of about 7 yards. Traders Point will now back out of the no-huddle. They'll start to slow things down as we approach 4 minutes left to go in this first half.
So now the ball at the 21. You've ran some great misdirection. You go deep here? You go for the end zone?
They tried it early on to Johnson. It was a well-thrown ball by Simmons Little. He's got 4 receivers out wide. Lob pass to the corner of the end zone. Jump ball. It's batted around. A risky pass from Simmons Little. Looks like he was going after Philip Moran.
See, that's a sophomore mistake. There's 4 defenders there. Maybe look off ball, because down in the flat, the end was wide open on the other side of the play.
Sam Graves on the defense for Heritage Christian. And a good defensive play from the junior there. Now we face a 3rd and 3. So there was your going deep play. But now you just have 3 yards to pick up a first down. 2 yards, actually. But you got to think you got 2 plays to do it as well. On the give to Underwood, up the middle, and looks like he did get those 2 yards. It's going to be close. He's right at the marker.
Oh, no, they're not going to give it to him. 4th down and inches.
And quickly, Traders Point gets up to the line. Quarterback sneak, Simmons Little.
There it is.
Fall forward and easily get it.
Basketball player. All you got to do is lean over, stick the ball out. Girls basketball coach is up here running the ready for play clock. He's smiling. He knows exactly the play.
Traders Point does pick up the first down. They have the ball inside the red zone at the 18-yard line.
This no huddle has really worked for them.
This whole possession has worked for them. They've looked solid. And keeping it balanced. Simmons Little in the gun, and he's going to have some players move. It's going to be a false start on Traders Point. And that's the first mistake, really, of this possession. You hope that it doesn't kill this whole entire drive.
You know, you've gone on hut. It's all mental right here.
Good thing is for the Knights, it's still first down. But you move outside the 20. Ball is at the 23.
And you may not like this, but the clock is running as well. So you're taking time off the clock if Heritage gets the ball back.
The clock is at 3 minutes. Here's a lob pass towards Moran, and it's batted around.
Oh.
It's going to fall incomplete.
2 receivers at the same location.
Looks like it was intended for Moran, and we saw Johnson flying into the picture. Playing defense on that play was Camden Wolf of Heritage Christian. The DBs have looked solid for the Eagles. They've been batting some passes down, and again, we see another player down on the field. It's Moran in the end zone. Don't know if he took a collision from Wolf of the Eagles or his own player in Sam Johnson, but nonetheless, we hope he gets up. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back. It's 2nd and 15 for the Eagles.
This is the Frells family's land. When the sun comes out, the kids run and play right there. This used to be a shed. Now, it's where they get breakfast. This is more than just land. It's home. The Frells family runs with us on a John Deere 1 Series tractor. This land isn't the only thing that should live on for generations. Nothing runs like a Deere. Search John Deere 1 Series for more.
Visit Reynolds Farm Equipment, your hometown John Deere dealer today at reynoldsfarmequipment.com.
Don't forget at halftime, we will have scores and stats for you on IndianaSRN. So we'll have that. John Holder starts with us. I forget John's name. It's not John Holder, but it's John. It's week 1, exactly right. So it's not on my notes either, so forgive me. But we'll have score for you. We'll talk a little bit of football with you, and it should be an interesting halftime as both teams. You know, you look at this game, and it's 21-0, and Heritage Christian has really kind of dominated on the offensive side, but Traders Point has put together a nice little drive here. Be nice if they ended up with a score here.
And Moran was able to make it to the sidelines. Kevin Bostick has checked into his spot. They run the screen again, and it's to Underwood. Over the middle of the field, picks up nice chunk yardage. Brought down right at the 10-yard line. Another well-designed screen from the Knights offense. It'll be 3rd and short, 2 yards to be exact.
And quickly with the play.
Back to the no huddle and a straight give up the middle, but stopping him right in his tracks for Heritage Christian is Tim Jackson.
You think he knew that play was coming?
And now it's going to bring up a 4th and 3. Underwood loses 1. Big 4th down coming up here for the Knights. And we're now at the 2-minute warning. 2 receivers out on both sides for Simmons Little. Takes the snap. 5-step drop. Lob pass over the middle. It's Johnson who reels it in. And a touchdown for the Traders Point Knights.
I tell you what, Cooper Little sold that because he was looking off ball. Johnson got in the flat. Nice job, 6 points. And this gives you an uplifting opportunity for Traders Point. They can make this 21-7 with 1:43 in the first half. A pretty impressive drive and a much-needed score.
Looks like they ran the crossing pattern, so Johnson, who came from the left side of the field, just straight across the field, and looks like Cooper Simmons Little was looking at him the whole way. Well-designed play, and Johnson catches it on the run and takes it into the end zone for 6. Reagan Smith set to kick it through, which she does. 21-7 our score. A very impressive offensive drive from Traders Point.
Yeah, here's the thing. You got this crowd into it. Watch out. 21-7. We'll be back after this.
Can I help you?
Yeah, I'd like to order a hamburger, fries, salt, maybe a large vanilla shake.
This is a trophy shop, can't you tell?
You got carry out?
Everything that you need, we have here at the shop. Very unique. You order today, carry out tonight. That's our version of carry out.
All right, I'll take one of everything.
Oh, that may take a little longer. We'll have it for you tomorrow night.
I'll be back tomorrow to pick it up.
We'll be waiting for you.
Welcome back to Traders Point Christian Academy. Sam Johnson with a 10-yard receiving touchdown puts Traders Point on the board with 1:43 left to go in the first half. Jarrett Lewis here alongside the coach, Keith Myers, in what was a game that looked like Heritage Christian had all the confidence, all the momentum, and all the rhythm. They see Traders Point put together a very impressive drive, and the Knights are, of course, still in it.
You know the most important person in this half? The guy in the wagon, the water guy. He's the most important guy in this whole entire half because his job at halftime is got to go and fill all those water jugs out. But, man, what a great job by that guy this half. And what a great first half, really. You look at the score at 21-7, a lot closer, and they needed that point, those points.
Reagan Smith, who put the PAT in to make it 7 points for Traders Point. Now we'll hand the kickoff duties to Mason Smith, who boots this one away from the 40 end over end. Brought in by Heritage Christian and C.J. Opper. Taking it down the far side towards his team's sideline, and a nice tackle out there by Daniel Schoenveld of Traders Point.
Okay, you're an offensive guy. What do you do here? You're up 21-7. You got 1:36 to play. I know you don't kneel, but do you be conservative by keeping the ball on the ground, or do you go and try to score here?
I think you start off putting the ball on the ground. You have plenty of time, 1:36, and you have 2 timeouts.
How about this score? Halftime score, Noblesville 30, Mount Vernon 22. That's a surprise, folks.
That's a high-scoring affair also.
Yes, sir.
So here's Antone and company with 1:36 to play. He has Bonds on his right, and that's where he's going to roll out to. Was looking deep initially and just has to throw it away. Tried to lob it over to A.J. Neal, but nothing doing there. Just 6 seconds taken off the clock for Heritage Christian. So it looked like they were going for the Hail Mary there. Trying to go for it all on the very first play, see if Traders Point was ready for it, which they were. So what's the play here on 2nd and 10? We won't see it. We'll have some whistles first.
This is very interesting. The center. Okay, they set the ball at second down, and they gave him 5 yards, or they gave him 3 yards on the set of the ball. So the umpire realized, wait a minute, that was an incomplete pass. It's second down and 10, not second down and 8. Great job. Great catch by the umpire. First game of the season.
Hey, I'm telling you.
I'm telling you, man. You're right.
A quick hitter catching it on the run, and we see a flag on the play after the 5-yard pickup with Zach Schlomer reeling in the pass. We'll check out the flag. It's thrown by the referee on the near side. Could be a holding committed by one of those wide receivers trying to block out and ahead of Schlomer.
Referee on this side, Brendan Gotwell. And you got an illegal block in the back against Heritage Christian. So this will go down. This will go 10 yards back.
This is not how you want to begin this 2-minute offense if you're Heritage Christian. And now the head umpire, or the head referee is talking to Brenda. They're working things out.
If you would like to be an official, please contact the office of the Indiana High School Athletic Association. Sandra Walter does a nice job with that. We're good friends with her. She does a great job with that. Really, really need officials to get in the game, to keep this game active, because eventually we run out of officials, we run out of teams to play, players to play, because we need our officials. Be kind to them. Sportsmanship is the key. I have to say that to our broadcasters all the time, right?
You sure do.
Yep. Key of the game.
I know that.
Yeah, I know.
You taught me well.
Well, you know, back in the Eastern Hancock days, you were very good sportsman. You were excellent. I saw you a couple times.
I appreciate that.
If you're a big Jarrett Lewis fan, his fan club is listening and watching tonight, so.
I appreciate those people as well.
Yeah, I'm sure Mom and Dad are very proud of you tonight.
So we finally got that figured out. It is 2nd and 15. Fake to the right, throw out to Bonds on the left side. They're trying to bring him down. They had him around the helmet. Eagles fans may want some sort of call. It doesn't look like the coaches are going to get it. Philip Moran was over on that side. And now we have a timeout. Got to think it came from Traders Point, as we have 1 minute and 3 seconds on the clock, and the Eagles are facing a 3rd down situation. Traders Point trying to get a stop, maybe force a punt and have some time to score again. Find out when we come back here on Indiana SRN.
You want a career that will transform your life while you change the lives of others by helping them live well. With a health or exercise sciences degree from IUPUI School of Health and Human Sciences, you will gain an in-depth understanding of the healthcare industry while preparing you for a variety of graduate and professional programs in health. And with Indy as your classroom, you will have clinical options within leading hospitals right in our backyard, as well as a degree from Indiana University, reputable leaders in the healthcare industry. It all starts here.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
Yep, that just happened. A 77-yard completion between Kyle Antone and Christian Dora of Heritage Christian. How about that?
Yeah, that's pretty impressive.
Rolling out to his right was Antone, and wide open down the field was Dora, 77 yards, and that is exactly what Traders Point did not want to see with under a minute left to go in this first half.
So you would think that they would just sit on the ball. They didn't. Kyle Ray, no, that's not who he is. And now you're right back at a 21-point deficit.
And that's the case if Jesh can put this PAT through. He's been perfect so far, 3 of 3. Schlomer will do the holding. The kick is going to be wide.
Hits the goalpost.
No good. So Jesh moves to 3 of 4. It'll stay at a 20-point deficit for the Knights, who will get the ball with 51.4 left to go in this first half.
We'll keep it right here for you. We'd like to remind you that IndianaSRN has high school football for you on Saturday. That's tomorrow. Frontier taking on Whiting. That's a 2 o'clock start, radio broadcast. As Justin Griffiths and Craig Collins on the broadcast. Then Tuesday we have a doubleheader for you. Soccer, get to see Guerin Catholic. I do believe they take on Heritage Christian boys soccer. That should be a pretty good ball game. And in volleyball, Heritage Christian taking on Cecina. Saw Mount Vernon and Heritage Christian last night in volleyball. Jimmy Cook on the call with Wes Snyder. And I tell you what, Heritage Christian did a great effort, down 2-0. Looks like they were going to get beat 3-0 and came back and wins that third game, forced 4 games. But the Mount Vernon team is very good. And then on Wednesday, we make our first trip to Greencastle High School, as we will have volleyball for you as Greencastle taking on Sullivan in volleyball. Thursday, another doubleheader for you, soccer. And then Friday, not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, but 5 football games for you on week 2. Looking forward to it. All on IndianaSRN.
Can't wait. Meanwhile, we're still in week 1. Moran has a chance at a return. Had an opening up the middle, but gets tripped up and reaches the 30-yard line for Traders Point, who will have 45.9 seconds to work with. We'll see what their plan is with the rest of that time. Unfortunately, we see another injured player on the field, and it's for the Knights. Can't pick out who it might be. But again, you got to think plenty of factors. Early on, the heat was a factor. That sun was just beaming down on this field, and now, I mean, we've seen the turf monster come out, I reckon, a couple of times, and some of these guys are hitting the field pretty hard, and they're taking some time to get back up.
And, that turf will stay warm for another, hour and 15 minutes. And it gets very, very hot. One of the things that people say, in 95-degree weather, the turf is at 120, 125 degrees. Also got great news for you. In October is the Hoosier Heartland Conference, as we will have the Hoosier Heartland Conference regular season starting October 2nd. Jarrett, myself, Sean Crawl, Nick will be with us. Jerry will be with us. Whole entire crew. I forget where game 1 is, but I know we're looking forward to that on October 2nd. High school football all year long, college football. Might be rumors that semi-pro basketball may be coming on the networks of IndianaSRN. So stay with us. A lot of things going on.
Is that so?
Yes.
Semi-pro basketball.
It's negotiation right now.
I love it. I love to hear it. Hey, game 1 is October 2nd at Bluffton with the Mount St. Joseph traveling over there. So that's game 1 of the the Heartland Football Conference. Excited to bring that to you on IndianaSRN. Simmons Little rolling out to his left, has Johnson on the run. And he is wrangled out right at the 50-yard line, right at midfield. That's a nice pickup on the first play of the drive. And just 37.6 seconds left, plenty of time, and 1 timeout to the credit of Traders Point.
I tell you what, both offenses are coming, and now they're going to run the clock. They said that he was inbound. Whoa, that's tough.
Clock is running. It's at 30 seconds. Coach Carnes, he can't believe it, but Simmons Little needs to snap the ball. 25 seconds to go. Simmons Little steps up into the pocket, gets out of the pressure, lobs it over, and has Xavier Gibson. What a play on the run by Simmons Little. And what looked to be a disaster with the clock running and no one realizing it, Simmons Little is able to kind of just lob it over.
That's a
basketball. Gibson.
That's a basketball bounce pass. It didn't hit the ground, but that's how you throw a bounce pass.
Kind of threw a layup over to Gibson, who made the most of it.
Timeout, Traders Point. We'll keep it here. Interesting that they ran the clock on that one. Let's go back to it. As they've ruled that he gave himself up. Therefore, the clock continues to run. That's interesting. That ruling was called that way, but that's the way it is, and that's the way you stick it. And there's our guy right there. See the guy with the wagon? Number 88, he's our champ tonight. He's been filling water jugs and everything else. He's kept them hydrated.
Been the player of the game so far. 22-yard pickup between Simmons Little and Gibson. That's the 4th reception for Xavier Gibson. He has 35 yards receiving, and the Knights, with this timeout, have 13 seconds to go, and the ball is at the 28-yard line. Would love to see a score if you're Traders Point to finish out this first half. You trailed 21-0 at one point, able to get a score with a 10-yard touchdown reception to Sam Johnson, back with 1:43 left to go. So that was just 1:30 seconds ago did Sam Johnson score, and then we saw the huge 77-yard completion to Christian Dora. So here we go. Simmons Little, 3-step drop, now steps up into the pocket, and he's going to get taken down by Tim Jackson, a big-time sack. Jackson had a huge stop on the previous possession when the Knights were inside the red zone. And that's the first sack of the ball game for either team.
And now they have called a timeout with, is that 3/10? Yes, 3/10 left.
They called the timeout before that, though, and the clock continued to run.
That timeout was that a Heritage Christian timeout? It sure was. Why? Why would you call a timeout?
I'm not sure. If the scoreboard, however, does have 2 timeouts still for Heritage, but if that's the case, they would only have 1 left, I believe. And Traders Point, I guess, still had 1 left, if the scoreboard was correct. And that looks to be the case. Traders Point they're continuing with this timeout, and they should have more time on the clock too, because they were calling that timeout with
about 7 seconds.
Yeah, at least 5 or 6 seconds on the clock, and they were kind of up in arms that the clock was still running.
Talking about the game, you can watch the replay of this over and over again on our YouTube channel on IndianaSRN, and watch this game, and you'll see first game jitters for everybody.
So it looks like they are going to add more time onto the clock. And it's going to be
a great call by you and the officials. 6.3. Nice job by the scorekeeper also to jump on that as well. Good job, guys. All the way around. That's great management.
Now, Traders Point does not have a timeout. So with 6.3, ball is at the 28.
I have no idea who our clock person is, but she just got some peps here right here on IndianaSRN.
Check that. The ball is at the 33. So
what do you do here? Go to the end zone?
Could have a quick hitter towards the sideline, or now you got to go to the end zone. And Simmons Little does do that. Up in the air, ball is going to fall incomplete, but there will be another play, and there will be a flag too. This penalty looks like it's going to go against Heritage Christian. C.J. Opper was on the defense. He can't believe it. But now here's another opportunity for Traders Point.
Well, if this is pass interference, which it is, it's 15 yards, or were we at the 20?
We were at the 33.
33. So it is 15 yards. You got 3 tenths to have a chance to score here.
At this point, time doesn't matter. They're going to go to the end zone regardless.
Yeah, you're right.
So now the ball is spotted at the 18.
Okay, I have a question for you. You got a field goal kicker? Do you kick a field goal here?
If you have a field goal kicker, I reckon you would. But it looks like we have the offense out there. And now we have more whistles. Have some bugs that still need to be fixed. But I think we have it figured out. We have the down marker. Well, we had it correct. I believe it has to be 1st and 10, right? Because the penalty resulted in a first down.
And now we're moving to change again. So did we not mark off 15 yards? Now it's first. Okay. Okay. So the official had to make sure that was a first down. So he set the change back to where it was, laid it down. It is first down. So it is first down, 10. 3/10. Everybody knows where this is going, right? End zone. Even our Casey, our assistant producer tonight, director, he's not a football guy, but he knows where it's going.
Most likely the last play of the first half. Simmons Little bobbles the snap, and that's going to be costly because it's, again, Tim Jackson meeting him in the backfield to end the first half. His second sack of that first half, and not the way you wanted the half to end for Traders Point. A long first half at that as well. It took an hour and 35 minutes to complete. The Eagles of Heritage Christian will head into the locker room up 27-7 over the Knights of Traders Point.
So join us back with halftime. We'll be back right after this. You're listening to high school football, watching high school football on IndianaSRN with the score 27-7, Heritage Christian.
Becoming a licensed sports official is a great way to make a positive difference in the community and support the over 160,000 Indiana student athletes that participate across 22 IHSAA sports. Sports officiating allows you to stay connected to the game, become a role model for our young student athletes, earn extra money, and support the patrons and communities of our IHSAA member schools. To learn more about becoming a licensed IHSAA official, log on to ihsaa.org/officials today.
I'm Keith Myers, Vice President of IndianaSRN. Thanks for joining us. Do you know IndianaSRN broadcasts 350 games a year? All sorts of sports? Yeah, we do. Hard to believe, isn't it? IndianaSRN loves to put student athletes first on our website. If you're a business out there, we probably can help you too. Contact us at coach@indianasrn.org. Grandma from out of state thanks you. Mom and Dad who can't get to the game thanks you as well. In fact, our athletes watch the games over and over again. Our military has enjoyed the games as well. So sit back and enjoy the game. It's IndianaSRN. Back at Traders Point, Keith Myers along with Jarrett Lewis. And with us now is John. John, how are you?
Well, doing well, Keith. Thank you.
I tell you what a first half, huh?
I tell you, yeah, Heritage is showing why they're number 6 in the state in 2A. That was a good showing offensively in the first half.
27-7, yeah. A lot of penalties also. Looks like first game jitters, not only to both teams, but a little suspect on both sides. And they'll calm down maybe in the second half, but you look at they start in practice, and now you get to hit somebody else, and now all of a sudden you got game situations, you got fans in the stands, you got cheerleaders cheering for you. A little bit different than what it was about 2 or 3 weeks ago.
Yes, it was. And Heritage, a little bit different than their scrimmage against Park Tudor, and like you said, hitting their own men. And going back out there, and it's going to be a little adjustment, first game jitters, but they'll get there.
And if you look at the score at 27-7, a great drive at Traders Point. Really late in the first half, looked like they got the momentum, and that no-huddle offense might be the key of what they need to do the second half.
I think it kind of threw Heritage off a little bit there as the no-huddle went on, because you saw Traders had that 60-yard touchdown drive there at the end of the first half there. So, and so
could be a very interesting second half, 27-7. As Jared pointed out, a very long half, an hour, about 37 minutes. Hopefully that we'll get that taken care of. But, that's just typical high school football.
10 penalties didn't help things in the first half, which made it a little long. But, yes, this is I look for Traders Point possibly to make a run here in the second half if that last offensive series was any indication.
Yeah, and again, stay with us. The second half of 27-7. Anything can happen in high school football, especially in 1 and 2A football. You can attest that you've seen a lot of comebacks in games like this.
Most definitely, and so we'll see. Like I say, I think it's going to be – I don't think Traders Point's out of this game by any stretch of the imagination.
Talk a little bit about your role of IndianaSRN this year. I know that you'll be keeping stats with what we call the A team, or the number one game of IndianaSRN. You'll be doing stats. You'll be doing halftimes. What do you have in mind for the fans this year on halftime shows?
We look to maybe get a couple guests in here and update you on some out-of-town scores as well on the halftime. So, looking forward to a great year.
Should be a great year for IndianaSRN. 9 big games in regular season on one network, but with a total of 90 games on IndianaSRN just in football, 25 soccer, and I do believe about 25 volleyball. So we got the fans covered from soccer during the week and volleyball during the week to Friday night football and some Saturday games.
Yeah, I know we have a Saturday game coming up tomorrow. They're up there at Whiting and
Frontier.
Yes, right. So,
should be an interesting ball game. That Frontier ball game team doing very well. As Craig Cox just walks into the press box tonight. Wondered if his golf game did well tonight, as I wished him great golf. Craig also joins us in our broadcast this season as well. Great first half. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll also have some scores for you. It's halftime. Score 27-7. Heritage Christian over Traders Point.
My name is Jay Jones. I'm the commissioner of the Heartland Collegiate Athletic Conference, and we appreciate you tuning in to tonight's game. We hope you'll stay tuned to SRN for tomorrow's Heartland Conference Game of the Week, showcasing some of the best small college football in the Midwest. We look forward to seeing you then.
How's everything going? Good?
At Morales Group Staffing, we are all about building better futures. And during these times, we are working hard to put people to work. We are now hiring for hundreds of jobs with pay up to $17 an hour. Visit our website at moralesgroup.net or text JOBS, JOBS, to 317-472-7600 to apply now and get hired today.
Back at halftime to score 27-7, Heritage Christian over Traders Point. With us is John Lester. John will be with us every Friday night at doing halftime, doing our stats. And let's take a look at the scoreboard, out-of-town scoreboard. Penn taking on Valparaiso tonight. Valparaiso beats Penn, wins, has a halftime score of 14-0. First game jitters for everybody. 14-0. Valparaiso over Penn. That's a very good pinball club. Valparaiso, very impressive, 14-0. Tell City and Perry Central. Tell City leads 7-0. Palin Academy taking on west side of Gary. Gary leads 21-0. Portage and Morton is tied at 0 at halftime. South Spencer and North Posey 0-0. Greensburg, Shelbyville. This is a battle of Shelby County. Greensburg leads 28-14. We'll continue to look at our scoreboard. New Perry and LaPorte tied at 14. And Heritage Hall and Mount Vernon of Mount Vernon, Indiana, 10-0 over Mount Vernon in that lead. Calumet over Hamilton Knoll 3-0 early. And also some scores for you. Andrean and Maryville. How about this one? 14-6. Maryville, 6A team, playing pretty well, but down by Andrean, 14-6. Your thoughts on that one?
That's a shocker. Yeah, Maryville's ranked number 7 and losing at home to Andrean. Yeah, that's a bit of a shocker.
How about Winnemac and Knox tied at 0 at halftime? Southridge just keeps on winning. How about this score? 13-0 over Linton Stockton. Southridge really, really good, coming off of a state championship in baseball, coming into fall and winning 13-0. Southridge on the roll once again, pretty good. Michigan City has beaten South Bend Riley 41-0. That will be a running clock in the second half. Forest Park and Princeton 13-6. Plainfield and Greenfield Central. Plainfield leads 7-0. That's a surprise because the Cougars should be playing pretty well football here.
Yeah, Greenfield Central is very much an improving team, and they're showing it down only 7 points there at Plainfield.
Pendleton Heights 7, Mississinawa 7. Jasper over Wrights over Jasper 13-7. Huntington North and Eastbrook. This is a great ball game, 0-0 in the third. Defensive stance there. Washington taking on Hamilton South Bend Washington 14-0 over Hamilton Central. Bossy and Lincoln 0-0. East Noble and Plymouth. East Noble leads 28-14. South Central and Triton. South Central 19-6. Delta and Muncie Central, your stomping ground. Delta leads 21-6. Delta playing another great year, first game for them, leading a very good Muncie Central team 21-6.
Yeah, Delta looking really good. They're expected to make a deep run in the playoffs this year, and the football playoffs this year. So we'll see what happens with Delta.
Another team that we look on in the IndianaSRN poll, Gibson Southern, good, consistent each year, leads 21-7 over Columbus North. How about this one? Trinity of Louisville 17, Carmel 14. Folks, this is a great first game of the year.
Yeah, Carmel going out of state there against a very good Louisville Trinity team, and it's a good ball game there at halftime, I believe.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
And then Bebuff and Chittard 7-6 at halftime. That's just a knockout, drag-out fight every game, John. Every year, John, as you're very much aware. Bloomington South, New Albany. Bloomington South leads 12-0. Kokomo and Western. Kokomo leads 14-7. West Washington and Eastern leads 16-14. This West Washington team regrouping from last year, still another good ball club, down by 2 at halftime. Triton Central leads Cascade 24-7. You're very much aware of Triton Central. You're in that area. Triton Central, Coach Abel has another great team. I think they're in the top 10 in 2A.
Yeah, and expected to make a deep run again. I believe they made it to semi-state last year, before falling. So, yeah, make another deep run.
How about this game? Frankton and Tipton. Tipton leads 34-0. Tippecanoe Valley 14. Wabaunsee nothing. Here's one for you. Roncalli 42. Southport 7. Southport still looking for an answer of stopping Roncalli. Roncalli just on the roll again. Greensburg and Shelbyville 28-14. Greensburg. Seeger and Park Heritage. We'll see Park Heritage in about 3 weeks. 26-8 over Seeger. North Harrison and Salem. Salem leads 14-0, and that wraps up our scores. No, you got a couple scores yourself.
Yeah, there's actually a big game coming up at Lucas Oil Stadium tonight between Brownsburg and Ben Davis. I believe that's an 8:30 kickoff. And Battle of top 6 teams in 6A. Center Grove had a 24-7 lead over Warren Central approaching halftime.
And no score on the Whiteland game as well. We'll keep you abreast of all those are going. We got 3 minutes before second half starts. We'll take a 2-minute timeout. You're watching halftime. First game jitters. We're watching halftime on IndianaSRN.
They say nice guys don't finish first. So maybe it's time to reconsider what it means to be first.
It's about being your best, but knowing you could be even better.
It's being present, but respectful of history.
You sure you want to make that move?
It's donating something more valuable than money.
It's believing in yourself and something bigger.
It's coming from different families, but treating each other like brothers.
It's not just being a man, it's being a Mason.
Stop the clock.
How does a good man become even better? By working out? Or by working his way up the corporate ladder? By changing his diet? Or by changing his style? By traveling the world? Or by staying perfectly still? For 300 years, we've helped good men become the best versions of themselves through a dedicated fraternity and by taking an oath to live a life of integrity, service, and brotherly love. Men who are as committed to each other and their families as they are to our noble cause. In the end, we don't just make men better, we make them Masons. Not just a man, a Mason.
You want a career that fuels your passion for sports and physical activity. IUPUI School of Health and Human Sciences offers that and more. You'll have insider access to sports, fitness, and exercise science professionals and learn from faculty with years of industry experience. And with Indy as your classroom, you'll study next to world-class sports facilities, Olympic governing bodies, the NCAA, and the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. There isn't a better city than Indianapolis to get the experience you need to launch your sports industry career. It all starts here.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
Back with the score 27-7. Let's run down the scoring real quick in the first half.
Well, Heritage Christian got on the board with 5:20 there in the first quarter on the 23-yard touchdown pass from Antoine to Schlemmer that made it 7-0. Heritage Christian scored very quickly in the second quarter on a 50-yard touchdown run by Jalen Bonds. That made it 14-0. Then with 6:12 left in the second quarter, it was an 18-yard run by the quarterback Kyle Antoine that upped the lead to 21-0. Traders Point got on the board with 1:43 left in the half on the 11-yard touchdown pass to made it 21-7. That was a pass from Simmons Little to Johnson, and then Heritage had that long 77-yard touchdown pass there at the end of the first half that made it 27-7. Heritage may want to clean up the penalties, though. They have been penalized 7 times for 67 yards in the first half, but other than that, a very good first half for Heritage Christian.
Very good first half indeed. Thanks, John, so much. Halftime we'll take a break one more time. We'll come back with Jared. Halftime is almost over. Score 27-7. We'll be back after this timeout.
Welcome back to Traders Point Christian Academy in Whitestown, Indiana. Halftime score. The Heritage Christian Eagles up 27-7 over the Knights. Jarrett Lewis here alongside the coach, Keith Myers, in what was a very long first half, an hour and 37 minutes of play. But we're back and ready to get this second half rolling. Traders Point set to receive this second half kickoff. This broadcast is copyrighted by IndianaSRN and the Indiana High School Athletic Association for the private use of our audience. The use of pictures, videos, and audio without the express written permission of the IHSAA is prohibited. We hope you are enjoying this broadcast on IndianaSRN. Week 1, we've said it a couple times, we're getting the bugs out, we're getting the jitters, but we're going to get it right, and we're going to try to give you the best quality broadcast that we can.
I tell you what, week 1, you can't beat it. Got here early, everything set up, turned it on, it worked. But I tell you, a lot of things, a lot of great people behind the scenes that got us on the air. Great job by our production team. Mike is doing a great job upstairs. Nick is doing a great job down here. And Casey, I think Casey's lost about 25 pounds because he's up and down everywhere.
Here's the kick fielded by Traders Point, and he's got some room to go as Xavier Gibson across midfield, brought down right at the 49-yard line of Heritage Christian. A great opening return to get the second half rolling for the Knights.
So do you think Mr. Coach Sam Karn said, okay, this is what we're going to do. We're going to run the ball back all the way to the 50-yard line and get good field position?
I'm sure he did.
I'm sure exactly what he said.
Xavier Gibson picking up on it. They're actually going to spot the ball at the 48, so great opening field position to start things off for Cooper Simmons-Little and the rest of his squad from left to right. Philip Moran, Xavier Gibson, Sam Johnson, and Kevin Bostic are the 4 receivers for him. On his left, in the backfield, Eli Underwood. Simmons-Little takes the snap, has to step up into the pocket, dump pass over to Johnson, who was flatting over the middle of the field, but the first pass falls incomplete.
Again, Cooper Little dancing a little bit in the pocket. Might have tucked and ran. He might have got about 5-6 yards there, but I'm sure he's trying to read the offensive eyes of his receivers.
We've seen a couple instances. Simmons-Little has done a tremendous job of stepping up in the pocket when he feels the pressure. This time they'll put the ball on the ground and give it to Underwood, who's not going to get much of anything. In fact, just get back to the line of scrimmage.
Want to say hello to our listeners in Whitestown, Zionsville, Brownsburg, Muncie, Bloomington, and how about this one? All the way in Oklahoma City.
How about that? We appreciate you listening, wherever you may be. 3rd and 10 for Traders Point. 3-step drop for Simmons-Little. Quick pass, and him and Moran weren't on the same page. Simmons-Little pass was a tick early before Moran had got his head turned around, and it's going to be a 3-and-out for the Traders Point Knights. Unfortunate after starting with such great field position.
Nope.
There was a late hit. A couple of Knights players were maybe looking for a call, but they're not going to get one. Back to punt for the 3rd time for Traders Point is Grant Quillhot. Has had 2 very nice punts so far, and this one is going to be just like it if it stays out of the end zone, but it fortunately will not for Traders Point. Sam Johnson trying to close in on it and keep it in play, but he won't, so it'll be a touchback. Heritage Christian will start off their first second half possession at the 20-yard line.
IndianaSRN is your action for sports all year long. Check out our website, IndianaSRN.org. Also, don't forget to check out our sports page every day on IndianaSRN or RadioTroy.com. New feature is our scores page. We got updated scores of high school sports, college sports, pro sports, all kinds, and you'll have recaps tomorrow of our game and other games that we covered around the area. Check out our sports page at IndianaSRN, and then just click on that green box there that says sports page, and you got it all.
First play of the second half for Heritage Christian is a give to Isaac Jones. Short pickup for him. It'll be about 2 yards. Jones had 21 rushing yards in that first half. And that's his 8th carry of the ball game.
We match you to the right career and hire the right candidate for your company. We do so much more than that. Let us help you today. Contact Morales Group at 317-472-7600. Morales Group.
Anton rolls out to his right and finds Schlomer. Catch number 5 for Zach Schlomer, wearing number 6. A pickup of 4 yards on the pass.
Got a score at Speedway. Speedway leads Covenant Christian 20-7. That is the end of the third quarter.
Zach Schlomer on 5 catches, 46 yards. He's the leading returning wide receiver. Heritage Christian graduated 3 of their wide receivers who all had 25 catches or more. Schlomer had 24 last year.
Boy, can they catch.
Some really solid receivers did Max Milton have last year, and that's why he was just 40 yards shy of 2,000 passing. The third down run is going to be just short of the line to gain. 1 yard pickup for Jones. It's going to bring up an interesting 4th and 1 on your own side of the field, on your own 30. The offense is still out there for Kyle Ray.
Interesting here that, you can run this play clock all the way down to about 3. Watch the quick snap or the 2 huts.
No 2 huts. It's just a quick snap, and he's stopped at the line of scrimmage. Where will they spot it?
It's going to be close.
Traders Point coaches think they got the stop. The near referee has her foot just on the left side of that 30-yard line, and it looks like the marker is right on top of the 30-yard line. So it's going to be very close. We probably will see the chains being brought out.
You saw Coach go out and talk to the official like, I think we got the first down. It's our ball. And the official then points that it is the first down. Assist to Sam Carnes. Good job, Coach.
In fact, they're not even going to bring the chains out.
No, they're not.
They're going to rule it themselves. So turnover on downs, big stop from the Traders Point defense. And again, they have great starting field position, even better than their opening drive.
Yeah, and I tell you what, you score here, the momentum is definitely on your side here. 8:49 to play, third quarter.
29 yards to go for the Knights. Their lone score came from Sam Johnson late in the second quarter with 1:43 left to go. Had a 10-yard catch to get into the end zone. This Traders Point team averaged 22 points per game last year. And you want to talk about balance. 104 yards through the air, 102 yards on the ground. They start off with a run play. Not much going there, just 1 yard up the middle for Underwood. Jack Butler in on the stop for the Eagles. Justin Kirk is in the backfield with Simmons Little. He's on his left. 3 receivers split out to the right. Fake give, and there's nothing there, nowhere to go, nowhere to hide for Cooper Simmons Little. The rush defense swarming Simmons Little and Kirk in the backfield.
So now third down and 11. I think the ball's going to go up in the air here. False start. Yeah, that's the tight end or the wing back moved out of for motion 5 yards. Man, that hurts you right here.
In the slot, it was Jaden Corey, 6'4" senior. Hasn't had a target yet in this game, but he is a big body for Simmons Little, who has quite the weapons to his disposal. A lot of fast, a lot of quick, smaller wide receivers, and then You throw Corey in there to put in the slot, much bigger body. So a big penalty there, pushes him back. It's now 3rd and 16. Ball's at the 35-yard line. Traders Point shooting themselves in the foot. Pass over the middle.
Ooh,
nowhere near
pass.
Corey. And there's going to be a flag. There's going to be a flag in the backfield thrown by the head referee. It looks like it's going to be roughing the passer.
Personal foul, roughing the passer. Must have got the hands in the face a little bit there. That's going to cost you 15 yards. And it was 3rd and 16, so now you're going to be 3rd and 1. You feel pretty good about yourself right now.
Big penalty there. We just mentioned Traders Point kind of shooting themselves in the foot. Well, Heritage Christian gives it right back. And like you said, what would have been 4th and 16, and you either, I guess, in this spot, you would have gone for it if you're Traders Point because you're on your own side of the field. There's no sense in punting it.
And they're going to give him a first down.
Kind of a late call, too. The chains hadn't been set yet, and now they're going to start moving, and the players, they're ready to go.
That's very interesting because it was 3rd and 16. It's only a 15-yard penalty, but he gives them the first. I don't know if that's an automatic first down or not. I'll double-check there.
But you love to see that if you're Traders Point.
You bet.
Brand new set of chains. Set of downs, and we see the screen again. This time it's to Justin Kirk, and this time to the end zone goes Kirk. Second score of the ballgame for Traders Point. And Justin Kirk, who's only had 1 touch so far in this entire game.
And I'm telling you right now, if you're Heritage Christian's coaching staff, you're really disappointed in your defense because you gave up an unnecessary personal foul and you gave them a chance to look. Look at this screen pass. Nice little go, Matt Latin. Boy, he just beat everybody to the punch.
That play has worked so well. They've ran it 3 times, and it's either picked them up a first down and more, or it's putting them in the end zone. PAT is up and good for Reagan Smith. She is 2 for 2. And we have a 27-14 ball game. Traders Point not going away so easily. 7:14 left to go in this third quarter. You're watching Indiana High School football powered by IndianaSRN.
This is the Frells family's land. When the sun comes out, the kids run and play right there. This used to be a shed. Now, it's where they get breakfast. This is more than just land. It's home. The Frells family runs with us on a John Deere 1 Series tractor. This land isn't the only thing that should live on for generations. Nothing runs like a Deere. Search John Deere 1 Series for more.
Visit Reynolds Farm Equipment, your hometown John Deere dealer today at reynoldsfarmequipment.com.
With great field position, Traders Point is able to capitalize and make it a 13-point game after the 20-yard catch and score for Justin Kirk on the screen pass from Cooper Simmons-Little.
How about the Traders Point band when they scored with their theme song? How awesome is that band in the blue-white uniforms? At halftime, they came out at halftime, made a big old TP. It looks awesome. Can't wait till next week when they're on the road with us next week.
Now we get some
I'll tell you what,
DC going in.
Yeah,
in
I think they got permission that they could play some songs because the PA guy and the radio guy is getting into it now a little bit. Got this crowd in it.
Cooper Simmons-Little in this game, 10 of 14, 120 yards, and 2 passing touchdowns. He has looked really solid in his first game starting at the quarterback position. The other first-year starter at quarterback, Kyle Antone, he's going to get the ball back. Mason Smith sends this one away from right to left, end over end kick, fielded by Dorr. Takes it towards his sideline, gets a nice block, and tackled at the legs by Daniel Schoenfeld of Traders Point.
Second time they got this crowd in it. Now they got to play straight up defense here and knock Traders Point, knock Heritage Christian off the schneid a little bit and get going. Bertner Electric has been serving Indianapolis since 1986. We're a family-owned operation. We take pride in our customer service and put customers first. Full license and insured. We offer 24 hours emergency service. No job is too small. Call us today for needs today. 317-773-7663. Jody and Dave Bertner Electric. Thanks, guys, for being supportive in IndianaSRN.
Starting things off at the 29-yard line, Isaac Jones gets a carry, bounces off of his blocker in front of him, Tim Jackson. He's going to pick up a first down on play number 1. 35 yards on the ground on 10 carries for Jones. Bonds in 7 carries. He got a big workload starting in that second quarter. He's at 97 yards rushing.
Your Heritage Christian and Coach Ray, take time off the clock here. Be deliberate. Don't give Traders Point any opportunity to come back, especially if they come back and score here. If you don't score here.
Well, they did a great job of it to begin the game in the first quarter with that long extended drive. Antone is forced out, and he's tackled behind the line of scrimmage there for Traders Point. Christian Heiser was one of them. Also, Calvin Falk in on the tackle.
Pretty impressive. Got to get rid of the ball there, don't you? I mean, you quarterback a little bit. You know what you can do and what you can't do. Maybe throw it up. You don't throw it up for grabs at all, but do you eat that ball there a little bit?
But also throw it away, but don't get the intentional grounding.
Gotcha.
In high school, it's tough to get away with throwing it, just getting rid of it and throwing it out of bounds. So you want to make sure you're throwing it to somebody close by. Swing pass to Jones out of the backfield, and Traders Point.
I tell you what, something went on in that locker room in that second half because they are playing with some purpose here.
Back-to-back plays, reading the offense well. And now Heritage Christian will face a 3rd and long from the 42.
Big play here.
Antone sends everybody out 5 wide. Sam Carnes, I think, was running down the sideline. He wanted a timeout, and he got it just in the nick of time.
Sure enough, timeout by Traders Point. Good timeout. He did not like something. We'll take a break. 27-14. We'll be back. You're watching IndianaSRN, where you're always in the game.
Hey, conductor, how about something new? You played this last year. Come on, get your head out of your sacks.
Shh, we're trying to hear.
Well, I'm sick and tired of hearing your kid play the wrong notes. Where's my kid solo?
At least you can see your kid. Why is my kid stuck way in the back?
The conductor only plays his favorites.
I get her, not solo.
You see what I did?
Yeah,
come on. What's wrong with you?
Right back at Traders Point. Next week, Traders Point taking on their rival Covenant Christian. Game time 7 o'clock at Covenant Christian.
The defending state champion.
And taking it on the chin a little bit tonight, but should be a great game next week.
Here's 3rd and 8. Rolling out to his left as Antone has nobody there. Gets slipped up, and they say he was down. Lost his footing, and the knee hits the ground. Great pursuit from the backside from Traders Point. They're going to force a 4th and long.
He went through the kitchen sink, though. He went after him.
The offense is still out there on 4th and 16.
You quick punt here?
You might. Antone might be the guy to take a few steps back, and that's what's going to happen.
Rugby style here. Wow, that's a big boop.
Decent punt. It's going to hit the ground at the 32 and bounce around and get down at the 31. Huge defensive stop. Traders Point right now kind of shifting a little of that momentum.
Yeah,
over to
you
their
bet.
side.
Look at that great sign, IndianaSRN, where you're always in the game. Did a nice job, whoever hung that sign tonight. Nick Lewis does a nice job.
He sure does.
He behind the scene, he very quiet man. Does a nice job. Bought us all dinner. It was really nice of him. It's that college education he got at Butler. You know, hospitality. First down and 10 here. There's our sponsors down in the left-hand corner. Help them out, would you? They help us put more kids on TV. If you like to do that as well, hit our donate button right there on our website. We appreciate it. Here we go.
Here's Traders Point. Simmons Little. Direct give up the middle. Underwood bounces off the back of one of his blockers. Hits the ground hard. With that tackle from Wade Whalen. Underwood bounced right back up, though. He looks like he's good to go, but Coach Carnes wants him to come off, and Kirk is going to go in for him.
You know, Greensburg is one of our new schools and new fan base at Greensburg. We got a good friend, Eric Vaughn, is listening and watching. Loves our broadcast, saying it's a quality broadcast. Cannot wait till we go down to Greencastle to do games. And Eric, thank you for checking in live from Greencastle tonight.
Simmons Little in the pistol on 2nd and 8. Almost got somebody to jump. And there will be a whistle. They will throw the flag, but who are they going to tag it on? And it's going to be false start.
They called it on the offense. Whoa.
Saw a near side guy, the D end for Heritage Christian. That was Colin Jones. Had a little jump. But somebody on the far side for Traders Point had the full start.
Covenant Christian has made a comeback, folks. They are leading now 21-20 at the end of the third. This game was 20-7 just 7 minutes ago. Craziness. First game of the season.
And that's the defending state champs for you. RPO with Johnson. And even the referee takes a tumble. Johnson was hard to take down.
I'll tell you what, if you're an umpire in this game of football, you have to play your head on a swivel. That's one position I never called in a high school football game is an umpire because I did not want to get hit. He took a nice hit and did a nice job of getting back up on his feet.
The referee gets up, but Johnson does not. He's still on the field. Kind of working that leg is the trainer. Hopefully he can get up. We'll see when we come back. High school football on IndianaSRN.
From warehousing to transportation and everything in between, Piper Logistics does it all. Centrally located, Piper Logistics has 2 warehouses in Indianapolis and a warehouse in Cincinnati, Ohio. Piper Logistics houses over 1 million square feet. Along with our transportation department, we can provide service to half the United States markets.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
Sam Johnson, with the help of the trainers, heading over to his sideline.
You know, they've all got up, took it a little bit, but I think we'll see Sam Johnson back in the game here. You know, right now at this point, 3:17, it's probably 75. We'll check the forecast for you, but it's been hot all game. You're taking a lot of reps here.
And the way he was getting stretched out may have looked like some cramping issues. Tim Jackson is back in the backfield again. How about sack number 3 for big number 57?
What a hit.
Jackson, just a junior. He's got one more year left, starting off this 2021 campaign on a high note.
Let me end up my thought here. It was 86 degrees when we first started. It's now 75. The sun is down. But, boy, it's been a hot, humid day. And you're just drained right now. This is a mental game right now.
And with that sack, it forces a 4th and long situation. Quillhot in for the 4th time. Bobbles the punt and able to get it away.
How did he get that ball off?
And how does he get it inside the 35-yard line? How about that punt from Quillhot? He has been tremendous with his 4 boots.
I tell you what, he didn't panic, and he just kicked the ball. And that's how my golf shot is on the green. It shanks, and it bounces, and it rolls. Usually rolls in the sand, though. So here's Heritage Christian once again with the possession. You need a defensive stand here, Jarrett.
And they had a tremendous one on the previous possession. The defense has picked it up. Nearly 10 minutes have gone by, and Traders Point has gotten 2 stops. Read option, give up the middle. Jones picks up 3. Jones reaches 40 yards on the ground. Haven't seen any of Jalen Bonds in the second half yet.
Interesting, isn't it? Wonder if they're just platooning tonight.
That's what it looked like, because Jones got a lot of the carries in the first quarter, and then Bonds came in and really opened the door in that second. 3 receivers split out right for Antone. Looking to pass, rolling out. Has some sideline routes running, and did we get some?
Did we get a quick whistle? We got a quick whistle. We had a whistle on the other side of the field.
And so this play isn't going to count.
This play is not going to count.
Got to think either false start, offsides, illegal formation, something from that far side referee. And that's what they're discussing right now. The completed pass was right at the line to gain.
Got a score from Whiteland. Whiteland beats Columbus East 28-7. That is a final. Finals are coming in to our central control.
So we're still waiting for what this call is going to be.
You may have an inadvertent whistle, which means the ball would be automatically dead.
And the Heritage Christian offense has started moving back. They're standing around the 15-yard line.
You see Coach Ray talking to the officials. Eastern Hancock leads 31-21 over Alexander. How about those Eastern Hancock Royals?
How about those Royals?
I tell you what, going to be tough out in 2A.
Yes.
Very, very good.
And
they could reach the top 5 this week in IndianaSRN poll.
They're going to meet up with Heritage Christian week 4.
Very interesting game, isn't it?
That will be an interesting game. And they're in the same sectional.
Yes.
Eastern Hancock started in the polls, I believe, around 14 or 15. And Heritage Christian right now in the number 6 spot could move up after this win if they indeed hold on.
And you can check out our IndianaSRN poll on Tuesday. It will be on our Twitter page at IndianaSRN. We have a top 5 all the way 6 through 1. So we have looks like we got a dead ball.
So there was, in fact, a holding call. But the whistle, what was so strange was the whistle blew as the player caught the ball. As Antone was rolling out, he threw the ball, and the receiver caught it. They had the whistle blowing during the play, and they're still going to go with the holding call.
Yeah, because the ball was at the 40-yard line, and he was making a move. He's not down yet. So here we go.
So it looks like it's 2nd and 20. Antone looking to pass again, deep down the field, and it's over the head of Schlomer, who, if Antone holds on to that ball for a second longer, Schlomer looks like he's getting past Johnson, and it may be there. Schlomer was full speed ahead down that sideline. But now it's 3rd and 20. Heritage Christian looking at a tough spot here on their own 23. 5 wide for the Eagles, 3 on the right side. Schlomer, here's the near side receiver.
Oh, my goodness.
Antone has nowhere to throw it. He's got to tuck it and run, and he'll only pick up 2 or 3. On 3rd and 20, Eagles will be forced to punt.
4th down and 21. That was a 3rd down play, right?
Yes, it was.
Okay. 4th and 17.
Eagles break out of their huddle. The typical 11-man offense. We'll see Antone take some steps back. He's got 4 seconds to work with. And he does get it away in time. Nice spiraling boot. Gibson fields it at the 39 and slips up right at the 48. So 9-yard return for Gibson, and Gibson is still sitting down on the field. Boy, it's been almost every possession we've seen a player not get up. Gibson, and the way he hit the ground, too, was kind of awkward. Looked like he got slipped up, got hit at a weird angle. But he's still on the ground. 25.8 left to go. Traders Point down 13.
Let's take a look at our schedule for next week. Tuesday, August 24th at 7 o'clock. Heritage Christian versus Guerin. That's boys soccer for you at 7 o'clock. Also, Cecina and Heritage Christian volleyball on the network. On Wednesday, our first trip to Greencastle, Sullivan takes on Greencastle for girls volleyball. Thursday, volleyball, Bethesda at Traders Point, as we will be back here for the girls volleyball team. I hear they are undefeated so far this season. I do believe they're 3-0. So 2-0? They're 2-0, and they have a great coaching staff, and one of the assistant coaches is all the way down at the end, patting himself on the back. So congratulations to him and the volleyball program. Also that night, battle in soccer, Covenant Christian, Heritage Christian. That's a great game for soccer. Then Friday night, Traders Point at Covenant Christian. Shenandoah takes on Heritage Christian. I think that game will be made up somewhere else, as Shenandoah is in quarantine for the next 2 weeks, so we'll keep you posted on that one. Franklin is at Mount Vernon. North White is at Frontier, and then Saturday a doubleheader, Babuff-Guerin, boy-girl doubleheader, all on the network next week. I do believe that's 12 games. That's a lot of games on the network at IndianaSRN.
So many games. Check out the full schedule on the website, IndianaSRN.org. Also tweeting out all the games on our Twitter, at IndianaSRN. Underwood on the carry. Gets taken down hard by 3 different Eagles for no gain. You mentioned Shenandoah, Coach. Heritage Christian is supposed to be facing off against the Raiders next week, so might not see that game take place. We'll see. We'll wait and check that one out as the third quarter clock runs out to 0. 1 quarter left to play, 12 minutes left to go. Traders Point will switch ends. They're still on offense, facing a 2nd and 11. Don't go anywhere. The 4th and final quarter is heading your way here on IndianaSRN.
Check out our YouTube page on IndianaSRN. Click subscribe. You can catch every game. I looked at last year's games today to prepare for the game. We saw Traders Point a couple times this afternoon on some games. Also, Heritage Christian. I tell you what, the offenses are almost identical with the way they played last year, just different people in different positions.
Yeah, we got a great to have both Kyle Ray, the head coach of Heritage Christian, and Sam Carnes of Traders Point, able to kind of give us some tidbits, some information on these two teams. We're seeing the same schemes that we saw last year, a lot of the same guys. The quarterback position is the biggest change, as both teams have first-year starters at that spot. But other than that, offenses are spreading it out, and both teams really balanced, both with the run and the pass. What will the Knights do here? Double tight end. Fake to Underwood up the middle, and a lot of traffic to weave that ball through for Simmons Little. Was looking at Sam Johnson. Now it's another 3rd and long for the Knights. The personnel for Traders Point: Philip Moran on the far side, wearing number 12. Xavier Gibson, number 5. In the slot, the near slot has Sam Johnson. And Kevin Bostic is the nearest receiver on this side. Simmons Little forced out to his left. Has some room to run. Flag comes flying in. We'll see a holding call, and Heritage Christian will either have Traders Point at 4th and 5 or 3rd and 20.
Boy, he threw that flag a mile, didn't he? So it's going to be holding. Wonder what Heritage will do. I think they might decline here. Oh, they're going to take it.
Nope, Coach Ray is pointing the other way. He wants to push him back.
So this could be 3rd and 21. Is that correct?
That's right. 3rd and 21 from the 37.
Well, they're going back 10 yards from the 42-yard line. So they go from the line, from the spot of the foul.
Yep. So now it's farther than we thought. It's at the 30 and a half.
So it is 3rd down and 35. Holy smokes.
Simmons Little looking to set up the screen, and Heritage Christian read it the whole way. Simmons Little just has to get rid of it. He throws it into the feet of Heritage Christian players. And a possession that has gotten worse for the Knights. It'll be a tough spot to punt for Quillhop, but he has done a tremendous job in the 4 times that he's kicked the ball away.
A thank you to both administrations of the schools of Traders Point and Heritage Christian. I thank the athletic directors as well. Thank you for all your help you've done this week to get us ready for this game. We appreciate it. And the hospitality here at Traders Point has been terrific. So thank you to those fine folks as well.
Cool. Had a high punt.
Nice punt.
Wobbles, but it gets a nice bounce, as a lot of his punts have. And downing it at the 34-yard line is Eli Meals of Traders Point. Heritage Christian back out on offense.
You know, that one player we have not mentioned all night long from Heritage Christian, the number 20, Colton Brown, a kid that's going to really do some damage. Been sore, been hurt a little bit, and they held him out tonight. So you might want to get him ready for next week, wherever that might be, and whoever they may play. But, you know, they have really played a very solid game offensively, and a little suspect at times, but really solid effort here.
And guys like this, Isaac Jones, have stepped in for Colton Brown. Here's a big-time run for Jones, about 9 yards on the carry. Him and Jalen Bonds have done their job stepping in for the All-State running back in Colton Brown, who is unavailable tonight. Play isn't going to count, though. It's going to get taken back. We had a holding penalty thrown in the backfield.
as John Lester pointed out at halftime. One of the things Kyle Ray might want to talk about is these penalties that Heritage Christian has. I do believe they had 7 penalties in the first half, 2 more in this half already, 9 penalties. Got to shear that up a little bit.
Yeah, things that have kind of turned around and gotten cleaned up is the penalty aspect so far for both teams in that first half. It kind of took a lot of that time up and kept the clock at a stalemate. And also this Traders Point defense, they've really cleaned up their act as well. 0 points allowed in that third quarter. They love this pass. They've ran it 4 times, and it's all been to Schlomer. Nice pickup here, able to get back to the original line of scrimmage. 11-yard gain for Schlomer on the catch. It's his 6th one. He's at 57 yards receiving. Antone is now over 160 yards passing. 148 of that came in the first half. So Heritage Christian hasn't done much through the air in the second half. But again, being up 13, want to ground and pound and try to wind that clock down. Take up as much time as you can. That's what they'll do here. Outside sweep with A.J. Neal leading the way for Jones. Gets a nice block. There goes Jones down the sideline, and Johnson forces him out of bounds. Big time pickup for the running back, Isaac Jones, his longest run of the game.
I think the coaching staff gets more excited than the bench is jumping up and down. That's a big-time play.
27 yards on the carry for Jones. Ball spotted at the 38. Huge first down for the Eagles. Jones has gotten all the carries in this second half. Haven't seen anything from Jalen Bonds. Short carry this time, might have gotten 3. That's the 14th carry of this game for Jones.
It looks like Heritage Christian now is putting this in a little bit like a neutral thing. Slow things down, get the play clock running down.
Now we have a whistle. Looks like Heritage Christian will
call a timeout.
Now take a timeout with 9:37 left to play. They're up 13 and threatening to add more to it. We'll take a quick break. Back in a moment on Indiana SRN.
Burtner Electric Incorporated has been proudly serving our residential and commercial customers with quality electrical repair for over 33 years. We are fully licensed and insured in electrical wiring and electrician service packages. You'll receive a competitive assessment, whether you're a homeowner or a business owner, first-time or long-time customer. We offer free estimates for any new project. Call our licensed and experienced electricians today.
Can't make it to the game? We've got your back. Just go to www.IndianaSRN.org and tune in to all of the live action, or go to our on-demand service and relive your favorite moments.
Back at Traders Point Christian Academy in Whitestown, Indiana, Jarrett Lewis alongside the coach, Keith Myers. The Eagles have the ball inside the 40, threatening to add to this 13-point lead. They, at one point, led 21-0. And Traders Point was finally able to get on the scoreboard with a touchdown in the second quarter. Halftime score was 27-7. And now Traders Point has cut it to 13 after the touchdown to Justin Kirk. That came with 7:14 left to play in that first quarter. So both teams have kind of slowed things down a little bit. There's been some punts. And Heritage Christian has yet to score in the second half. But here's their best shot to do so. Going deep, trying to score right here. Jump ball, and it's hauled in. No, it's not.
No, dropped it.
Schlomer thought he had it. Oh, no, we see the football now.
I tell you what, he hit the ground, the ball came out.
Schlomer thought he had it as he hit the ground, but Maybe the ground forced the incompletion. Kind of hard to see live, but try and take another look at it.
No, he dropped the ball on the way down. That's a good call.
And I was kind of hidden behind some of the players, but good defense as well. On that far side, Philip Moran, he's been on Schlomer most of this night. They fake the screen, wide open down the field, but overthrows him was Christian Dorr.
Do you hold that one more second?
It was there. Christian Dorr, excuse me.
So now you have 3rd down and 3.
No, it looks like 4th down. It looks like 4th down and 7.
It is 4th down and 7. So big stop here.
Missed opportunity for the Eagles. Now at 4th and 7. They'll go through the air again. 3-step drop. Going for it all. Jump ball.
Oh!
Great defense by Traders Point. The intended receiver looks like Austin Yates. And on the defense for Traders Point was the other number 2. Don't see a number 2 on the roster unless it's a different number.
I think that might have been number 6.
May have been Eli Meals.
Who was that? Who was that? Who was that? Who broke up that pass?
It was Eli Meals. So numbers kind of close there. Great defense by Meals breaking up that pass. A big 4th down stop for Traders Point, and they have the ball back. Simmons Little, slant. Can't connect with his intended target being Kevin Bostic.
You know, the balance here of running and passing has now dominated more passing for Traders Point this half than the run game.
Still plenty of time left to go in this one. Simmons Little sees 2 receivers both sides, Underwood on his left. He'll fake it to Underwood, hit as he throws, and
wow.
Around the Knights logo, the ball falls. Good pressure applied there from Heritage Christian in on the contact.
He got hit right when he was getting ready to throw that ball. That ball just went straight up in the air.
Nate Salisbury was in there, also Jack Butler, 2 of the defensive linemen for the Eagles.
Think both of these teams will take a nice ice bath tonight after the game?
Oh, yeah. This time, 3 receivers on the near side. Johnson's in the slot. Bad snap. Simmons Little throws it up to Underwood, who wasn't expecting it. And a really bad 3-and-out for Traders Point. Doesn't take much time off the clock. But all 3 of those plays weren't at the best of their ability.
I'll tell you what, Underwood took a nice shot, took a slow, but realized he needed to get up. And here comes punt formation.
Or so it seems. Might see a hard count. That's what they're doing. Play clock starts to wind. It's at 10 right now. 4th and 10 from the 35. The Knights will run a play. Simmons Little looking over the middle, and no one's there. Moran was his intended target. There's a flag, though, in the backfield.
You may have roughing the passer again.
And if that's the case, that would be the second time that Heritage Christian has committed a roughing the passer on 4th down.
There it is.
The first instance may have been 3rd and long, but nonetheless, it's a penalty that extends the drive for Traders Point.
Wow. Is that the second time this night?
That's
no.
The second time.
Yeah, second time tonight. Again, quarterbacks are so protected, and just as they need to be, you just got to be smart about it.
That's a huge penalty for giving a first down. Traders Point has the ball right at the 50-yard line.
9 minutes to play. We got plenty of time here, folks.
Lob pass, and not on the same page with this receiver. Moran ran more of a post over the middle of the field, and Simmons Little was expecting him to keep going straight. 4 consecutive incompletions now for Simmons Little, but still really no harm, no foul. You like the penalty that Heritage Christian gives you, and you still have plenty of time. Your playbook is still wide open. There's still plenty of time, and just a 2-score game.
Yes, sir.
Underwood is still in the backfield. He got banged up a possession ago. Quick hitter and through the hands of Gibson. It was there. If Gibson reels that in, it's close to a first down. And Traders Point has now put themselves back into a position with another 3rd and long. Another quick hitter. Same exact play, and Gibson drops it again.
Got to catch the ball first and run. So now it's 4th down. I'm sure this ball is going to go up in the air again. We're at 8:49, so we have just taken 17 seconds off the clock, and we've run 4 plays.
Let's see what Coach Carnes comes up with here on 4th down and 10. 2 receivers both sides. Simmons Little looks near side, lots of pressure, and it's nowhere near Bostic. This time, it'll be a turnover on downs. Heritage Christian will take the ball back.
So we go to 1st and 10, Heritage Christian.
Seven straight incompletions from Traders Point. And now they're going to be on defense. Big stop here. Loss of 5 on the give to Jones. In the backfield for Traders Point was number 50. That's Christian Heiser. Heiser has been huge on defense for the Knights, getting into that backfield.
This is just a 2-possession game. Plenty of time. I mean, 8-12, plenty of time.
Antone fakes left. Screen set up to the right side to the back, Jones. Moran brings him down. Can't get back to the original line of scrimmage. 3-yard gain.
And we got a flag.
Flag's on that far side. You can see it in your screen. So right around where the play took place, it's an illegal block in the back.
Now that's a 10-yard penalty.
From the spot of the foul. See the referee start to mark it off.
And you see the trainers now working on the quarterback as
seen some players start to cramp up.
Little players trying to cramp up a little bit. And now they have called for a water break. We'll take a break with them. 7:56 to play. 27-14. You're watching IndianaSRN.
This is the Frells family's land. When the sun comes out, the kids run and play right there. This used to be a shed. Now, it's where they get breakfast. This is more than just land. It's home. The Frells family runs with us on a John Deere 1 Series tractor. This land isn't the only thing that should live on for generations. Nothing runs like a Deere. Search John Deere 1 Series for more.
Visit Reynolds Farm Equipment, your hometown John Deere dealer today. at rentalsfarmequipment.com.
During that timeout, Christian Heiser still on the field, but now you can see him right on top of the Knights logo trying to make his way back to the sideline. We can count on two hands now how many players we've seen get affected by just not just the heat, but I guess just getting in that game sense. You're kind of getting knocked on your butt a couple of times, and it's taken some of these guys a while to catch their breath and get back up.
Yeah, a lot of times during the heat of the days and early games, because you're not used to hydrating early in the week, maybe some of these guys, I'm not saying this, but maybe some of these guys didn't start hydrating until maybe Wednesday, when you should maybe early hydrate on Tuesday. A lot of trainers will tell you start hydrating tonight for next week, because you just need to get all that liquid and all that water in. Even our crew had a little bit of water needs tonight. So
with that block in the back, it's 2nd and 23. Antone steps up in the pocket, and he'll only gain a yard. Pressure from the outside forced him up the middle, but there to meet him at the middle was Calvin Falk. Also in there on the tackle, Jaden Corey.
The advantage that Heritage Christian has is the lead, and they can control the clock here, ready for play clock just now at 15 seconds.
Antone doesn't let it run out. It gets to 10. And this is the Heritage Christian play of the night. Running that quick hitter to Schomer. Pickup of about 9 yards. And again, we have another player out on the field, still down. And the player the person getting the most work tonight might be the trainer, and it's the guy with the water.
The water guy's done a nice job.
The water wagon is what it looks like.
Yep. Here you take a look at the huddle of Heritage Christian. Don't forget next week. Well, actually, don't forget tomorrow. High school football tomorrow. Frontier taking on Whiting at Frontier. 1:30 start is the pregame. Do believe, I think it's called the Flying Falcon pregame show.
I like that.
Justin Griffiths and Coach will have a nice little 30-minute pregame show before the game, and then at 2 o'clock start. Debbie and I are heading up there tomorrow afternoon to catch the boys in action. Looking forward to that. She loves football. Wife loves sports. She had to love sports to marry me, but great job by her, and great job by our whole entire family of networks tonight, as we had 2 games on web TV and then the radio broadcast of the Covenant Christian. I have not had an update. I'm very curious to see how that game ended up with Covenant Christian and Speedway, as we are approaching right now the 3-hour mark of this ball game. But you expected this in game number 1. Slow, deliberate, a lot of mistakes, and we're ready to roll here.
Hard to believe it's almost 10 o'clock. And still with 7 minutes left to go. Antone takes his steps back. It's 4th and 12. This one, nice high kick that'll bounce at the 17 and roll all the way towards the pylon. Beautiful punt from the quarterback, Kyle Antone. Traders Point will be backed up in their own side of the field.
IndianaSRN is proud to announce that we will be doing Hoosier Heartland Football Conference this fall, starting October 2nd. 7 big weeks right here on the network. Cannot wait. It should be a lot of fun. We did our summer tour with the football coaches, and, man, they were just ecstatic about us getting to do a lot of those games, 7 games in 7 weeks. So looking forward to that. Should be a lot of fun.
Should be. Very excited about it. And it's going to be fun as the season goes on to catch up with those guys again and to learn kind of how their practices go, how their weeks of preparation go. And, you and I, we're going to be doing some high school games, but once we get to see that college atmosphere, that's going to be awesome and interesting as well. Pass down the field, just a yard or two too far for Sam Johnson. Johnson kind of messing with his feet and his legs. He might be cramping up as well. That's 8 consecutive incompletions now for Traders Point. This is a tough spot to be in. Also backed up. You're at the 2-yard line. So running the ball is risky, but they had success with it back in that first half. Underwood, his first 3 carries of the game were 8 yards, 12 yards, and 11 yards. But ever since then, a lot of 2-yard and 1-yard carries, and now we have a stoppage. Officials blow the whistle, and they may be taking a look at one of the Traders Point players. Underwood is going to start jogging towards the sideline. They're going to put Kirk back in there. Underwood has 13 carries for 48 yards. Kirk, just the 1 carry. So if you're Heritage Christian, you might be thinking that this is for the rest of this game. Maybe you're going to see Traders Point put the ball through the air. And especially in this situation right here, 2nd and 10. Corey's the tight end on the right side. Just offset the right tackle. Simmons Little, RPO. Looks right, now looks left. Has to throw it and throws it over the middle of the field. Dangerous attempt. Almost got intercepted and
got a flag.
We do have a flag in the end zone. Is this the 3rd roughing the passer call against Heritage Christian?
Personal foul. Roughing the passer once again.
And the result of that penalty will be a first down, and maybe more importantly for Traders Point, they
get you out of your shadows.
You get the field goal post, off your back. That blue paint in the end zone isn't as close.
Final score, Noblesville 57, Mount Vernon 36. What a high-scoring ball game that was, 57-36, Mount Vernon and Noblesville. Congratulations to the Millers of Noblesville.
Pass over the middle. Sam Johnson got kind of wrapped up by the defender. Pass is going to fall incomplete. That was one of the games that you could have watched live on our website or on YouTube.
And you can watch the replay 30 minutes after the game, which they are right about now. So if you'd like to watch it on our YouTube page, you can.
False start committed by Traders Point. That's going to back them up. Make it 2nd and 15. Was going to be interested to see how Mount Vernon did in their first game without Coach Mike Kirshner, who moved on to Warren Central. Warren Central opening up their season with a very tough team, probably the best team in the state in Center Grove.
I would think that was probably the best team in football.
Going to try and check a score on that game if we can. Meanwhile, 2nd and 15 down the field. Jump ball. Intercepted on the far side. Going for Philip Moran, and getting the pick is Camden Wolf of the Eagles. That's the first turnover committed by Traders Point. We saw 3 fumbles in the first half, but they are all recovered by the team that coughed it up. And just a ball that was underthrown. Great defense. Wolf was stride for stride with Moran the whole time.
Got some scores coming your way in just a couple of minutes.
Center Grove leads Warren Central 38-14 with 2 minutes left to play.
Other scores, Zionsville 21, Pike 10. New Palestine and Decatur Central. Decatur Central winning 31-29. Babuff and Chittard. Babuff leads 24-12. Beech Grove and Lutheran. Lutheran leads 38-21. Lawrence North and Avon. How about this? This is at halftime, folks. This is an 8:30 start. 7-6. Triton Central 45, Cascade 47. I'm sorry. Triton Central 45, Cascade 7.
Jones back-to-back carries. He's close to the first down. Carries of 4 and 5 yards. Check that, 4 yards each.
Thanks to our friend Nate Stratton, who's in Oklahoma City, keeping us up to date with all of our scores. Miss you, Nate. Thanks so much, buddy. Appreciate it.
Doc checking in.
Yep.
Another give to Jones. Same side. This time, Traders Point is there to get the stop, and that's a big-time stop because now it's 4th down, and now Heritage Christian has a decision to make. It'll be about 4th down and
I call
it
it
4.
Yeah. Well, producer Casey's calling it 4th down and 3. You know, he's great with these things.
I guess we got to go with that. We got to go with what the producer says.
He's the mathematician in the league.
Uh-oh. Traders Point may have jumped.
Now it's going to be 4th down and 8.
No, it might be a 1st down.
Oh, it is. It's encroachment. Oh.
The last thing you want to commit if you're Traders Point, a situation where you don't know if Heritage is going to go for it or just pooch it. But you give them the 1st down on your own. And now, still 5 minutes left to go. Still a lot of time. Looking down the sideline is Antoni's got a man. Almost intercepted by Johnson. Good defense by him. Looks like he was trying to go after Austin Yates. Yates has 1 catch for 10 yards. Schlomer has been the guy for HC. 7 catches for 66 yards. Antone, 14-24. Passing through the air. The give to Jones this time. On the run, Jones will pick up about 3 yards. He's got 80 yards rushing.
Roncalli 55, Southport 7. Final.
Clock continues to run. It's been stopped for quite some time. Three receivers split out to the left for Antone. On 3rd and 6, the give is to Jones. Sweep out to the left. Nice open field tackle by Eli Underwood. That'll force another 4th down. An identical situation. 4th down and 3 coming up. Check that, 4th down, and actually it's going to be 4th down and 5.
Here's a final for you. Cathedral 14, Westfield 0. That's a very good Westfield team. Cathedral number 1 in 5A. Go up to Westfield and win 14-0. That's pretty impressive.
And to shut them out, too.
That's pretty impressive indeed.
4th down and 5. We have a whistle and we have a timeout. It's going to be called by Coach Carnes of Traders Point. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. 3:23 left to go on IndianaSRN.
You want a career that will transform your life while you change the lives of others by helping them live well. With a health or exercise sciences degree from IUPUI School of Health and Human Sciences, you will gain an in-depth understanding of the healthcare industry while preparing you for a variety of graduate and professional programs in health. And with Indy as your classroom, you will have clinical options within leading hospitals right in our backyard, as well as a degree from Indiana University, reputable leaders in the healthcare industry. It all starts here.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
We're back at Traders Point Christian Academy, still 4th and 5. Antone has everybody split out wide, 3 receivers to the right. Now we have another whistle. So, all right, here we go now. Antone looking right, out in the flat, wide open. Dora reels it in, picking up yards after the catch, taking guys with him. He won't go down. And finally, 2 guys will tackle him on the far side, just 2 or 3 yards short of the end zone. Big time 4th down conversion there. And now Heritage Christian really has themselves in the driver's seat.
Center Grove 38, Warren Central 14. That game is in the 4th quarter. And Speedway beats Covenant Christian 26-21. So Covenant Christian and Traders Point next week could be an interesting contest.
The give to Jones up the middle, and he stood up. Jaden Corey in there to meet him face to face.
Now you're fighting not only your opponent, you're fighting the clock. To become an ISHA official, all you need to do is contact Sandra Walters' office at the ISHA.org. Get involved, the men and women behind the stripes, and good way to stay in shape and be part of the game.
Direct take up the middle for Antone, and he dives forward across the goal line for the score.
It looks like he's getting up limping a little bit.
Antone limps over to the sideline and takes a seat. Going to get stretched out a little bit more.
Tell you what, now your muscles are really sore, right?
Direct snap, Antone. Looks like he got in there. That's his 2nd score via the run. Had an 18-yard rushing touchdown back in the 2nd quarter. And he has 2 passing touchdowns through the air. So Antone involved on 4 of the 5 Heritage Christian scores here tonight. PAT is up. Looks good, and it is. Mateo Jesh is 4 of 5 on the night. Makes the score 34-14, 2:26 on the clock. Heritage Christian set to open the season 1-0 here at Traders Point Christian Academy.
At Morales Group Staffing, we are all about building better futures. And during these times, we are working hard to put people to work. We are now hiring for hundreds of jobs with pay up to $17 an hour. Visit our website at moralesgroup.net or text JOBS, JOBS, to 317-472-7600 to apply now and get hired today.
back at Traders Point Christian Academy. The coach and I are here. 2:26 left to go. Thanks so much for tuning in on Indiana SRN. Unlike most broadcast companies, our funding comes primarily from donations and school subscriptions. Would you help us put more kids on TV? You can do so by clicking the donate button on our webpage, IndianaSRN.org. Traders Point, 2:26 left to go to make something happen. Kickoff from Mateo, and it will bounce into the end zone for a touchback. Mateo's done a nice job of doing just that, preventing guys like Gibson and Moran of Traders Point of making a return.
Some close games so far. McCutcheon 20, Guerin Catholic 19. They are late in the fourth quarter. The Golden Eagles down at McCutcheon. McCutcheon's playing pretty well football the last couple of years.
Oh, yeah.
That Lafayette area is pretty solid football. As Traders Point will play up in that northern region in their sectional, they don't go south. Covenant Christian, which is just 4 miles away from them, goes south. So very interesting how that line draws. So
see Decatur Central get a big win over New Palestine. That's
huge.
That's a rematch of the state championship game from just a couple years ago. 31-29 the score there. That's just the 7th game, if I'm correct.
That's correct.
Just the 7th game that Coach Kyle Ralph of New Palestine has lost in as many years, either 6 or 7 years that he has been there now. Taking a fall was Bostic, and that's another pass that falls incomplete, which makes 10 straight incompletions for the Knights, and that includes the interception. Not wasting any time, as this time they'll put the ball on the ground. With Underwood, he's had some tough running tonight, picks up 6 or 7 yards on the carry there.
While we have this time, we want to thank our crew. Casey Pierce, our head producer tonight. Nick Lewis, assistant producer. Micah Ware on the camera, did a nice job. All good job by the production team. Jarrett Lewis and yours truly, Keith Myers, thank you so much for tuning in tonight.
Simmons Little in some trouble, and who else but Tim Jackson?
He's had a pretty good ball game tonight.
Make that 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks for number 57. Definitely the player of the game on defense for Heritage Christian. His teammate, Kyle Antoine, is going to get a lot of credit offensively and be the player of the game in that regard.
5'10", 225 pounds. He can play.
And he can move, too. Here he is again, forcing Simmons Little to step up, which he does nicely. Juggling catch, and Johnson can't come away with it. Had his fingertips on it about 4 or 5 different times. But it's another incompletion, and it'll bring up a 4th down and 10. Under a minute to go. We'll definitely see Traders Point go for it, try to make something happen here with under 1 to go.
So Heritage Christian will go 1-0 on the season. They do not know their opponent for next week. We will keep you abreast of that. We should know at least Monday or Tuesday next week. We do know that Traders Point will travel just 2 miles west of here as they will play Covenant Christian at Zionsville School Middle West. That will be on IndianaSRN next Friday night. So get to see Traders Point not once but 5 different times on Web TV this year. So that's very interesting. So that game will be on IndianaSRN. Just check out our website, IndianaSRN.org, for our whole entire schedule. Don't forget to check in our sports page as well, the little green button on our website. Click on that, and we have a sports update and a sports recap for about 2.5 minutes every day. Troy does a nice job with that. A lot of information on our schedule. Check out our website and also check out our Twitter page at IndianaSRN for all the information that you need. The sports leader in Central Indiana is IndianaSRN.
I agree. And I'm glad to be here.
Yep, me too.
Starting year number 2 with this game tonight.
A good crew tonight. The veteran, Casey, is his 3rd year, but everybody else, rookies, I thought they did a good job.
Did an excellent job. Micah on the camera. Nick's on the camera now. Nick also did a little bit of producing. Him and Casey switching out.
We just need Micah and Nick to buy dinner. That's what we need them to do. Drop of the knee.
So after the turnover on downs, that's exactly what the Eagles will do, and they'll move on to 1-0. Finish this game 34-14 will be the score. Antone. Clock's now under 40 seconds, so that'll do it. One last knee. The Eagles, ranked 6th in Class 2A, had sort of a scare from Traders Point. The Knights would not go away quietly. Heritage Christian led at one point 21-0. That was the largest lead of the game. Traders Point able to cut into it, make it 21-7. And then 27-14. Heritage Christian wasn't able to score in that 3rd quarter. And just the one score in the 4th quarter was able to keep them on top and finish out this game.
There's your final for you. Final score, 34-14. Congratulations to both teams. Thank you for listening to Indiana SRN. Don't forget, if you'd like to help us, hit that donate button there at indianasrn.org.
Some quick final numbers. Passing-wise, Kyle Antone of Heritage Christian, 185 yards through the air, was 15 of 25. Isaac Jones had 18 carries for 81 yards. Jalen Bonds had 7 carries for 97 yards, so he led the team in rushing despite Jones having twice as many carries. Antone on the ground also had 9 carries for 45 yards. Leading them in receiving was Zach Schlomer, 7 catches for 66 yards. A.J. Neal had 2 catches for 16, and there were 4 other players with 1 catch. Also, Christian Dora had the big 77-yard receiving touchdown. He had another catch for 26, 2 catches for 104 yards. As for Traders Point, they fall with Cooper Simmons-Little in his first year at quarterback, 130 yards passing, 27 pass attempts. And something that they'll definitely take a look at was the last 10 or 11 passes. It's going to be 11 that fell incomplete. Eli Underwood, 14 carries, had 55 yards rushing. Xavier Gibson led the team in catches with 4 for 35. Sam Johnson had 3 catches for 39. Traders Point will move on to play the defending 1A state champions next week, like Coach said, just 2 miles down the road, the Covenant Christian Warriors. And we will find out if Heritage Christian is going to match up with Shenandoah. The Raiders were unable to play this week. They've had COVID issues, so we will keep you posted on that. That's a game that's supposed to be on Indiana SRN next week, as is Traders Point and Covenant Christian. Coach, any final thoughts?
Let's go home.
Let's go home. It was a long game, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks so much for tuning in. For our producers, Nick Lewis, Casey Pierce, our cameraman, Michael Ware, our stats guy, John Lester, and for the coach, Keith Myers, I'm Jarrett Lewis saying so long for now. We will see you next week. This is Indiana SRN, where you're always in the game.